Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. It is time for gaming happy hour. I have my drink in hand right now, drinking some rum and coke tonight. But as you can see, Burger Time Baby's not here. She's not here. It's unfortunate. She is having a baby here soon, so she's a little. She doesn't want to stay up late very much anymore, so that's okay. But we have some people that can hopefully help fill in the shoes, and that is Late Night Live. We had the whole group of guys coming in here. Hello, everybody. The most people I think I've ever had on my show. This is great. This is awesome. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Doing well.
It's a good
Ace
Friday.
Jack Media Grounds can be your Burger Time babe.
Oh, we lost someone. Travis is gone. Oh, there. Let me add back on the stream here.
Well, Travis is like a magician. He pops in and pops out. You just never know when it's going to happen.
I'm David Blaine.
That's right.
Just less creepy.
Yes.
I forgot about the accusations. I need to pick a different magician to say I am. Penn and Teller, but only a singular version.
Yeah. It's always it's always hit or miss with basically anyone who's famous anymore. It's like
any celebrity saying you claim any identity of a celebrity. You better fact check that first. Yeah.
Give it a week or a month, and then it's like, oh, okay, yeah. Can't be
definitely
that
not
anymore.
claiming to be the P Diddy of anything right now.
That was my thing too. That's what I always said.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Throw that one out. Yeah, throw that one out.
Absolutely. Well, guys, we have Late Night Live. These guys are always on after my streams. They've been on long before I started YouTube. How many episodes are you into now? 70?
Yeah, well, we've done 70, so
70 episodes.
Getting up there. It goes by quick.
Yeah, 70 episodes. Even if you did one a week, that's over that's well into a year. So, that they've been around longer than I have with doing the live stuff. And usually after my show, I always try to redirect to them. And so we kind of were talking one night after I'd been on their show, and they're like, "Hey, be cool if we all did one together." And I'm like, "Yeah, that'd be awesome." So here we are, guys. Here we are. So first off, let's kind of get how everyone's doing tonight. We'll start with you, Ace of Jacks Media Grounds. How are you doing today?
I'm good. It's a Friday. This is a work from home day for me, so I gotta sit at home and do my work without having to go into a stuffy office. And then I, of course, just sit there and look at Capcom Fighting 2, longingly waiting for the day to end so I can actually play it, But
yes, that is that's gonna be. We're gonna talk about that later, but I'm in the same boat, man. I'm in the same boat.
It's the curse of working from home is you've got all the goodies around you, but you really can't do anything with it.
Yeah, and it's like there's stuff you want to get done too, but you're trying to balance work with that, and it definitely puts a strain on everything because you keep thinking about it because it's right there in front of you.
Yeah.
All right, Garage Gamer, how you doing today? Oh, we couldn't escape it. I don't have one. Hold on one second.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
I can fix this. Anyways, 8-Bit Gaming, how are you?
Oh,
how you doing, Garage Gamer?
doing good. So, there was some discussion of whether my soundboard would work. Like, yeah, it still works. It's tied to my microphone. So,
it's tied to your microphone. I got you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
yeah,
I've had a good day playing Capcom Fighting Collection 2 today with the kids, showing them Power Stone. I knew they would like it, and they sure did. So we did that, and playing a little bit of MLB The Show right before we came on, trying some of the programs that just came out on that today. And then, of course, playing Doom, The Dark Ages, amazing. So we can get into that a little bit. And then I've got a lot of toys. I put out a couple videos this week, so check them out. And
spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. I got the Distortus Rex for my son the other day, and he's loving it. And I put up a YouTube short on it, and yeah, he's an interesting looking dinosaur to say the least. So,
I saw he had like an extra like pair of arms, like
he's
but
like the normal like T-Rex little arms, but then he's got also big arms. And if you move his tail on the toy, at least he does a swinging action with those extra arms.
hmm,
There's a button in the back. He'll kind of do like a shake and a roll. So check it out. It's a Walmart exclusive. If you guys are wandering down Walmart aimlessly looking at the toy aisle because there's no arcade one-ups to speak of,
yeah,
see if you
yeah.
find them.
Depressing. It's depressing. You walk down where they used to be, it's just empty shelving or replaced with something else completely. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Like a claw machine?
No, not even a claw machine. We can't even get a claw machine.
I don't think they have much.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So next up, Travis, how we doing today? How's your week been?
Good evening. It's been busy with work. And then I finally, though, did get a reprieve for a little bit on Thursday and signed up for Xbox Game Pass, which
Nice.
something has to be up with that because it's too good of a deal. I can't figure it out.
It's all
I
they
don't know if
got. It's all they
I don't
got.
I know, but I don't know if it's that I'm just catching it at the time that they're making a big push and then all of a sudden it's going to suck, or if it's always been this good. I have no idea. But for PC Game Pass, I think it's like $11 a month.
Yeah.
And so I played Doom and I played the Claire Obscura, whatever, the 33 game that everybody's talking about.
Nice.
And I've been playing those two games for the last day. And to this evening, a couple hours before joining the stream, yeah.
Nice. Well, I hope you enjoy the Game Pass. It's always I keep paying for it and I don't get on my Xbox, and I'm like, maybe I should just get rid of this until I'm able to like play some of the games on there. I keep playing other
everything's
games.
an Xbox, so you should be able to play it on your Switch.
That's true.
Just cloud anywhere, they say. Now I have
Yes.
I've just installed. I've got it on PC, so I'm just installing the games, and so for me, it feels like if you can beat the game in a month, you're saving, $50, $60 with the price of games as they are right now. Like Doom on Steam is $70 right now.
Yeah.
And so if I can, and not that, but at the same time that I don't want to just rush through games just to say that I justified it. But at the same time, gosh, if I beat it within 5 months, it's still the money that I would have spent on the game alone, right?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
it seems like a good deal. I'm waiting to figure out what the problem is with it, but yeah, so far a good deal. Two thumbs up.
Two thumbs up. Two thumbs up.
Not on the games though. The games are weird. That's my review on those games. They're strange.
On a scale of 1 to 10, they're weird. All right.
They're strange, yeah.
8-bit gaming legend. How are you doing tonight? How's your week been?
It's a little weird right now because I look outside and it's light outside. We're doing a podcast, which never happens because it's always almost my bedtime, and here I am, and it's light outside. Kind of weird, but it's good. It's good. Doom. That's been that's been the week. Is nothing but Doom. Maybe about 4 hours into it or so, and I'm loving it. It's good. Once I figured out the shield, how to do the shield stuff, then it got better because I kept throwing the shield instead of parrying. But other than that, game-wise, that's pretty much it. I am going to be acquiring an arcade one-up here from a certain garage gamer here very soon. This will be the last time you see the NBA Jam behind Garage Gamer there. Eric and I are going to go pick it up on Sunday. Nice. I don't have room for it, but I figured I need to help Ryan out because he's buying so much shit anyway. So I figured I'd throw him some funds, help him out, get him some space in there.
Did you quit playing the Claire Obscura, Dathan?
I didn't have time this week, but I really wanted to play Doom before that. Yeah. So I think I'll probably go back and forth because I still have Assassin's Creed I have to go through too.
I thought you beat it. Okay.
No, I'm only halfway through that. But yeah, I'll be flipping back and forth between the two most likely, and then
Yeah.
when I have at least a few hours, I'll probably sit down and play Assassin's Creed. So
They are super different games, so I could see how
Yeah.
you could flip back and
Yeah.
forth
And
without
then,
losing track.
to answer Meatball Saucy's question, I did see the Seahawks release video of the schedule, which was very comical. I like the Kingdom version. That was pretty good. So yeah, that's been my week.
Nice. Well, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to say hi to everyone here in the chat. We can kind of go from there, let everyone know we're saying hi. This is what I can see. I know we're like have a couple streams going on. Does it all go into this one? Like, can I see everyone's regardless of where they're at?
It should show up in Restream now.
Okay. I first time doing it like this, so yeah, this is cool. All right, so we got Meatball Saucy in here. He was the first one, as far as I can see here. So Meatball Saucy, hello, MSU Rich. Hey, how we doing? Let's go from 8-bit gaming legend. Then we have Zero Redux. Galaga Lounge is now open. Absolutely. Hockey Town Arcade. Travis is saying, "What's up?" We have Latex Voice, which I believe is my friend Isaac. He does a couple different podcasts, which we've done on the show here. Jason Little Alien, the best moderator in the business. Mike Hawkhurst. We have Indiana Jones is here. Adventure has a name, and I guess it's Indiana Jones. J-Rod is here. I think that's... Let me see. Yep, I think that's everyone for right now. So there we go. Thank you guys all for coming out. We really do appreciate it. And again, it's just so great to have you guys on the show with me here, so we can finally combine forces. I said I did the green breaking because it's like Broly breaking through. He couldn't contain himself, and his just the power between our two shows combining. So that's our fusion. Everyone who doesn't know Dragon Ball Z is going to be like, what did he just say? That's a lot of words.
I did forget to mention I finished Indiana Jones. Yeah, I did forget that.
Oh, and you didn't return it.
No. I did get mad that I couldn't leave Gina in the Nazi encampment though.
That belongs in a museum.
I tried
Spoiler
hard and she
alert.
just kept following me. It doesn't matter. It's not much of a spoiler.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was upset. But yeah, fun game.
Well, for me, my week's been pretty. I've been working from home. That's what I always do. Been playing some Dragon Quest VIII. That's what I finally got it somewhere where I could play it. So I know it's really old, but like I love Dragon Quest. I was like, oh, Dragon Quest VIII, I finally can play it. So I'm playing an old game right now. And then I just did a couple pickups. I got a Cruisin' USA cab, and then a Donkey Kong Jr. cab in my arcade down here. So I am playing those.
And that's a sit down cruising, isn't it?
Yes, it's sit down cruising.
That's the full size cruising then, right?
Yes, the full size cruising.
Now is it Cruising USA, Exotica, or World?
It's USA. Okay. Cruising USA. Gotcha. And whenever I went to go get the Donkey Kong, the guy there, he's like one of those guys that just they buy and sell arcades. It's all their whole like thing. Like that's what he does all the time. So I kind of asked him like, hey, like, is there anything I need to like know about Cruising USA? Like, what should I look out for? What should I make sure I maintain? And he was like, those things are pretty much like bullet resistant. Like those things, Cruising USA was right before they started adding like PCs and stuff into them. And he's like, those, like, you don't have to worry about much. The power supply maybe, and the screen goes out. He said, besides that, they pretty much never die or do anything. So I'm like, yes. So I was very happy to hear that. I was very happy. And then tomorrow, I'm having a diaper party. Have you guys ever heard of a diaper party?
No.
I'm not into that kind of stuff. Maybe Chris.
Oh, wait. Because
his wife, I don't know.
Because you're having a kid. Okay, I have heard of that.
Yeah. So basically what it is it's the guy version of like a baby shower almost, kind of. Like you provide the beer, and they bring a pack of diapers to get in, and then you're supposed to just like have some beers and have entertain them somehow. So I'm going to be the arcade. They're going to be down here playing all the games and stuff, or it's going to be relaxing and having a couple beers and getting some diapers. So that's what I've been kind of getting ready for. So
Nice.
I already had some people send us stuff in the mail. I was like, wow, that's a lot of diapers. So it's been much appreciated. You're having a baby, and it's like diapers are the biggest part of it, right? Hello, Thumper Squid.
Got
Absolutely.
to go those Costco runs to load up on them. I've been there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't have kids, so I wouldn't know. So all of you would know. Not me.
You got to make sure that you're
Yes.
getting different size ones, not all the same size.
Yes. That's what I was telling people. I'm like, oh, we're good on this, and this. If you guys would buy this size, so yeah, because we got tons of one kind already, which you can take back, but it's still kind of a hassle. But it's free, so kind of free with beer. But yeah, it's just a good time. But yeah, that's kind of what my week has been like. So awesome. We do have quite a few subjects to talk about tonight. I don't know. I know we're kind of co-hosting here. I don't want to, take everything away. So if you guys want to jump in at any point in time and say, "Hey, I want to talk about this or that," let me know, and I'm more than happy to do that.
Gallagher guy, go ahead and run with whatever you got, because I'm
Okay.
really enjoying. Like, I'm not hosting. I didn't do any prep today.
Okay.
I'm really enjoying it. Like, I played video games all up to the show, and it's like a non-stressful day. So I appreciate you so much.
Yes.
So,
Awesome. Well, I didn't want to feel like I was taking over or something. You're like, dude, this guy just like running his mouth, and I'm trying to get stuff done.
There is
Okay.
prep that goes into these shows, and
Yes.
usually I'm downloading videos right up till the end, and just making sure what would be a good topic for tonight, and all right, tonight I'm just gonna relax. So thank you.
What's a good
Nice.
soundboard clip for tonight? Let's check this out.
Which is none a soundboard clip are good. So stupid. I hate this one.
Well,
So
I got a ton of Dathan ones, so
Yeah, I
at
know.
least three good ones.
So, I know Nintendo Switch 2, that's the big hot topic everyone's been talking about for a while now here. And apparently, I heard on Super Gamer Dudes that emails are going out if you had a pre order, that they're starting to say, hey, you're allowed to buy it now. I don't know if anyone else has gotten that email yet, but that's what
I got one last week.
Oh, nice.
To get one, but then I tried to click on the link, and I don't know, it was stuttering or something. But at this point, my wife had already secured one at Walmart, so not too worried about. All I really wanted was the GameCube controller, and then we got that on Tuesday online.
Yeah, I got an email about 3 hours ago stating that I'm in the queue to get one on the next go around, I guess, if I wanted to, because I signed up for I guess they're doing it in waves. Now whether that means if I have the opportunity to get one at launch, I don't know. I
really think people are gonna have a better chance of getting it at a retailer. Honestly,
Yeah. For sure.
I also just heard GameStop is gonna have some kind of available systems in store on launch day,
And Best Buy. Best Buy is also.
They might. So yeah. So if you don't have one secured at this point, just be available on launch day to show up, and maybe GameStop, maybe I don't know whatever is close to you that maybe Walmart will.
Yeah.
Honestly, so don't get discouraged.
I did nab a GameCube controller, just because they were available, because I don't want them to be gone when I do end up getting a Switch 2 later on, so I figured I might as well try. I ended up getting one about 5 or 6 hours after they went up for pre-order, because I only had to wait about 30 seconds in the queue, and then it popped
You got
up.
lucky, because those are sold out now, at least for right now. But I was in the queue for an hour, and Michael B was in kind of the same boat. He had to wait an hour, and it was all kind of last minute. Like, well, we knew that the GameCube controller was going to go for pre-order on Tuesday at some point, but we didn't know what time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, all right, 10 a.m. at least here, 10 a.m. That's when we're going.
So does that mean like I know the original Switch that you could use your GameCube controllers with an adapter. So you're saying that adapter won't work anymore?
No, it probably might, but this is
I think it will.
This is a completely new controller.
Okay.
I don't know if it's compatible with Switch One. I wouldn't be surprised, but I just we want everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I ended up finding the N64 one just randomly. They just restocked them for like $50. And those were going on eBay for like during that time was like twice that, if not more. So it's just
Nintendo.
It's
because they let people buy 4 at a time.
Yeah,
that's why they sold out.
Yeah, so I was calling up people. I was like, "Hey, my brothers and friends, like, hey, they're live right now. Like, come on, if you want to get it, like, get in there." And they're like, "You want me to buy you one? I'll buy you one. You pay me back, like that kind of thing." So yeah, I don't know why they do it so just randomly. It's very very strange, but yeah. I only got the 450 standard, so still need to lock down MK World and memory card for launch pickup. Hopefully. Okay, cool. Well, at least somebody's getting it here in the community.
So I did hear on a YouTube channel. There's a game store that's up in the Pacific Northwest over here, and he was saying this morning that he heard back from his distributor that the physical games are going to be harder to get than the actual consoles, from what I hear. What he said, like his distributor sent him an invoice, and apparently one of the ones he was talking about was Bravely Default for the Switch 2, and apparently that's a big game that people want to get. And he had a bunch of people pre-ordered it, and he was only getting 3 copies of it. Period. That's it.
So
I'm
good thing we're all going digital.
I'm thinking the games are going to be a little bit tougher to come around than the consoles, and so we're talking about $100, Grand Theft Auto and $90 Mario Kart. I mean, you may be third party in eBay and trying to buy some of these physical games for $120, $130 if that's your thing.
I wonder if it's fear of tariffs that put things on pause, depending on where the actual games are manufactured, or if it was the delay that Nintendo put out at the beginning that caused the delay, or if it's just fear of lack of demand with everything going digital.
Yeah.
I think a combination of things, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I do have something about the Switch 2 I wanted to talk about too, and I have this site that has the article, but it loves Best Buy. This is the most Best Buy advertisements I've ever seen on a page, so you guys get to enjoy this with me. like I was like, I think they want us to go to Best Buy right now. There's a lot of Best Buy. There's a lot of Best Buy.
That's what you buy. Like, they're not pushing video games. They're pushing refrigerators. Yeah.
I was like, okay, they really want me to buy this refrigerator. It's crazy. Lots of paying for lots of ad here, ad space there, Best Buy. But who really owns your Switch 2? It's a me suggests Nintendo. So this is talking about how now, apparently with the new update to the user agreement, you're more or less licensed to play your Switch, but at any point in time, they are able to just brick it if they think you're doing anything mischievous to the Nintendo Switch. And it says down here, where is it at? Right here, it says, while the language is stricter and clamps down tighter than before on any potential meddling, it's the end of the paragraph that should perk the ears of those interested in picking up a Switch 2 for themselves. It reads, "You acknowledge that if you fail to comply with the foregoing restrictions, Nintendo may render the Nintendo account services and/or the applicable Nintendo device permanently unusable in whole or in part. So if you break the rules, we're within our rights not to just ban you, but also break your Switch 2 at will permanently." So they're saying you do anything weird with our Switches or something we consider to be piracy or not within our rules, we can brick it, and so it'll be a useless piece of software. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you feel like it's a little bit too far? Do you feel, I know there's kind of two camps on this. It's either, yeah, it is what it is. Everyone kind of does that. But the other side of it is, I own the Switch. I bought it with my money. I should be able to open it up and do whatever I want with it. It's officially mine. I don't know. It's kind of a two-way street there.
Nintendo is very protective of their intellectual property, and they don't want people soft modding their Switch and jailbreaking it and getting games out there that sharing games that people didn't pay for, and that's what they're trying to avoid. I have no problem with this whatsoever because I don't do that kind of stuff. Unlike someone like Meatball Saucy, like I keep mine perfectly good. Like I'm not giving copies to people with a ROG Ally so they can go play on that or whatever. So, it's to me, it's no big deal. Everything has a EULA now, and you do own the Switch, but do you own the games that are on it? It's debatable. So, just I'm not going to condone breaking the law or anything like that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the funny thing is, Nintendo's not the first company to do this. Sony has this in their EULA for the PS5. Microsoft has in the Xbox. They've all got this. They just use different words so people don't understand what they mean, because the more legal jargon that's used out there, the less easy it is for a lot of people to understand what they're saying. And so it's not something that Nintendo is suddenly coming out and innovating with the Switch 2. We've seen it with other companies. So sadly, it's one of those debates where, yes, I give you money for a product that should be mine, because I have now given you that money. This is now supposed to be mine. It's hardware, it's not software. But even software, there's a lot of debate on that, whether or not it's something you own. So,
yeah.
No, I think this is why we drink most of the time anyway. It's because we don't want to think about these things.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm any thoughts on it, 8-bit Game Legend or Travis?
I think that like Ryan said, I don't do that stuff. I don't really care. But, all we're really doing is with these game cards and these games, they're not ours. We're renting them. And at any point they can take them back, and then that's it. That's the world that we live in right now. So, I mean, when it comes to can they brick your console or do whatever, I mean, don't do anything stupid and that won't happen. F around and find out. That's that's basically what they're saying. And are they going to have a team that's going to be dedicated to watching this at all times? I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. But like I said, I don't do the hacking thing or any of that stuff, so doesn't really bother me. I don't really care.
Yeah, it's hard for me to focus on Nintendo issues with the side banner full of all these beautiful Xboxes that Best Buy is advertising. But I would say that that it'll be interesting to see. I guess if Sony's already set the precedence, jailbreaking phones in Europe is a gray area, and it would be interesting to see if Nintendo can actually enforce this without some sort of a action in Europe where they have to allow it, because their laws are a lot more consumer friendly for right to own of what you purchased and the right to repair what you own. If they break and brick your unit, you no longer can repair it. And so I'm kind of waiting to see if that actually gets enforced. I kind of have a feeling that it's just legalese that they're never going to enforce.
I do kind of like what you were saying. I think that what they should have, like what you just said, that if you crack it open and you do something, have it tamper proof, so that when you take your play, like I don't know if they still do on PlayStations where you crack open the seal, and they can tell that if it's been split open or something like that. But if you open up the back of it or something like that, then then it's a brick at that point.
Yeah, and in Europe, though, with right to repair laws, companies are having to undo all of those former policies. So now you can take your phone somewhere and say, I don't care if Apple says I can't open it. I want you to open it and I want you to fix it. And if they're going to do anything and not warranty it after that, then they're in trouble. And courts are finding in favor of the users in Europe for these sort of things. So that's why I'm wondering if Nintendo will even attempt to enforce it, especially in Europe. They may enforce it per region, but I just don't. I think it's just a bunch of scary speak so that people have one less reason to go do something, right? It's almost like the code wheels back in the old days trying to stop us from pirating software. It was just trying to put a hurdle in the way, so we just maybe didn't think about it. And then people just did anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say that backfired really bad for them too. Right. They're like, don't burn DVDs. People's like, I can burn DVDs? Okay, like how do I do that?
yeah. And in a way that may be happening here. I mean, I know though that Nintendo is pretty protected. I mean, all these people are protective of the competitive landscape and making sure that people aren't using bots and things like that. So I'm guessing that that's what they're trying to scare people away from. But yet Nintendo is way more afraid of like IP and where IP goes to other devices. Like their games shouldn't be able to be played on something else. So I don't know. I don't think it'll ever be enforced. But I don't like that the language is in there. Personally, I don't like that the language is in there.
Yeah. And the thing is too, the only thing that I don't sell the high Cs, I don't do none of that stuff. Mm-hmm. My only issue is like if something is like, like you were saying, I want you to crack this open and fix it because something's broken. And if I send it to Nintendo, it's going to be, I don't know how many weeks that it's going to take for them to fix it, send it back. And then if you open it up though, you're going to brick the whole thing. And that's the only issue I have where it's like, that could get kind of, I don't know, just sticky.
It totally can get sticky. And that's why I don't think that they're going to be able to really enforce it. The one thing that I was thinking is if I was them, what I would have done is I would have banned people from the live service. So I wouldn't have bricked the unit entirely. I would have made it so that it could be operated with cartridge only offline. And then that's what you get if you're caught tampering with the OS or tampering with the unit itself. We can't trust it to be online. With our cloud solution, therefore, you can use it, sure, but not with any of our services. It just has to be used as a standalone product, as opposed to outright shutting it off. That's the part that I don't like. Right.
Yeah.
Well, and the question is also they have that speech in there and everything, but what does it mean? Ultimately, what does it look like? Because if this really is just a scare tactic and they don't have any way of actually breaking your system other than to make it so it doesn't work online, is that really breaking the system?
No, it's not at that point. In my opinion, it's not. No.
But it's if they break the system, not break the system, but if say that, like Travis said, that if they decide to take you off online and you can't download games, and I guess the punishment is you have to go try and find these physical games that aren't
Yeah. You revoked by trying to cheat. You revoked your ability to, or by doing something that looked to us like you were trying to cheat. You've now lost the ability to be online. You can still use your unit, but you're going to have to go figure out how to do it brick and mortar, congrats, right? But at least that's not as ominous as flat out saying your 400 piece of equipment is now completely inoperable.
Sure.
Right. And then you could have two different EULAs. You'd have the Nintendo Cloud EULA as well as the hardware license agreement. And the hardware and the cloud should be two separate terms and conditions, in my opinion. It is with what I do for a living. It's two different things. The cloud service we offer has its own EULA, and the hardware that you purchase has its own, and you can use them independent of each other.
So this is another thing Thumper Squid brought up too, because a lot of the games, at least a lot of the third-party games we're hearing, are going to be just a key to download the game off the internet on the Switch. So that would be another hiccup too. Like if they did what you're saying here, it'd be even physical games. They may not work.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, the big punishment there is that you would lose access to the games that you bought digitally. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I guess that's just buyer beware. We talk about that on our podcast a lot about digital versus physical and the scare that goes with that.
The disc rot.
Well, disc rot. I don't think is that big of a deal myself,
No,
but
it's not.
But it's actually the like when Diablo 4 launched and it was a live service only game. That ticked off a lot of people, right? Because what if I lose my internet and I want to play my game because my Comcast is down for 3 hours? I bought the game, I should be able to play it, was the argument, right?
Well, just so you guys know, Best Buy's paying me by the minute to keep this. No, I'm kidding.
Sure.
That's my affiliate. Letting people know. This is no. I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, all that I would say is that if you do want the best viewers, you should go to streamboo.com. That's the closing thoughts on the Nintendo Switch for me.
Yeah, do you have a Twitch account, Galaga guy? Because there's some weird bots on there.
What do you mean? Don't support of our sponsors.
I have a Twitch, but I don't use it very much. I get on there once in a while, then I like look at all the animosity and anger thrown around. I'm like, all right, I'm done with this, and I go and I leave.
See, I've got a Twitch account, but I had it streamed for 3 days with nobody on it. So I just had it going for 3 days, and then I popped in every now and then to see if anybody was actually watching. But
I got it mixed up. I was thinking Twitter. I'm sorry, I heard the T. No, I don't have a Twitch account. Sorry, I just watch. I'll watch people sometimes. Like I have like a personal one. Like that's not. I don't do anything on there. I was thinking Twitter for some reason, and I was like, I get on there once in a while. Then I'm like, all right, I'm out. But yeah. I don't really play on. I plan on doing some more streaming and stuff eventually. Whenever I get a better setup, I'm kind of learning my way through that. But maybe I might use Twitch more then, but not right now. But they have a lot of bots on there. Sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've had to block a few in the past, but no, this last week I you guys ran with it. One of the bots kept. Putting some interesting messages at the end, so we're just like, we're going with it. Thanks for the sponsorship, Stream Boo.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like bad news. And speaking of bad news, I know you guys had some bad news happen in your area here, or some not so great news. Let me pull this up here.
Yeah,
let's talk about this for a minute.
So, all right, so. Maybe this has happened to you, like in your community. Like I know you guys talk about home arcade a lot, but we still have some arcade bars out in the wild, and we're really grateful for them. This is a local one in our area called Coin Jam. And they've been around for at least 10 years or so. They've got arcades, quite a good selection of them, and they were all coin operated. You can buy beer there, meet up with friends. Our big gripe with them lately has been they have a whole bunch of Stern pinball tables, but none of them are insider connected. And what's the point of playing it now once? If you play a Stern table and it's not insider connected, like you're not saving all your ice scores. You can't compare to, how I'm doing versus Travis or Dathan or whatever. So yeah, that's a letdown, number one. But this latest thing I think is
trying to see if we get a better view of it.
Yeah. They're moving all their coin operation to the gaming swipe Dave and Buster style, and I can see why they're doing it, but I'm not happy about it, and I don't think you guys are either. The name of the business is called Coin Jam.
Yeah, but here's why you should be happy about it, Ryan. Next time you go in, so I want you to go in.
I even go in again?
I want you to go in, and I want you to say, "Hey, jerks. Why aren't these Stern pinball tables linked up online? I want to compare myself to Dathan and Travis." And when they say, "Oh, well, that's complicated to do. Then you say, oh, but it wasn't complicated to strip out all the quarters and change it into card purchase stuff. Come on. And then they'll switch it over to the live Stern stuff for you.
So I think one of the big things here is all of us here on this stream, probably most of the people that are on the chat too, are old enough to know to go put $1 in the change machine and get quarters and then go put it in the machine. And there's something about it doing it that way than it is taking the card and paying $2 for a card that you're going to lose as soon as you walk out of the arcade. And then walking up and then swiping the card. While it's
going to be more than $2 because you have to pay for a fee for the card company,
or however it works, and then you have to go swipe, and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I mean, it's not any different than a coin jam or whatever. But having the putting the quarter in and then hearing it drop and then getting the credits, that's, I mean, to me that's the nostalgia right there. This is, on top of this, with them not having their pinball machines connected, I mean, I don't think I played one pinball machine when we went to visit to go see that con. Did we? I didn't, Chris. Did you?
No, that's where I played Dungeons and Dragons for the first time, and I was like, yeah, this is great. And then, where's my Stern connected shit?
But here's the thing. Check out this Instagram post, and I think I screenshotted this. Was this morning or the other day? 135 likes. So people are liking this.
A lot of people like
we are in the minority, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's not about game preservation. It's about the swipe in the card. Make it easy.
Yeah, but that's not quite fair because you can't dislike a post, right?
Well, you can comment. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so we don't know how many people were like.
I guess the thing I also heard too. Another reason they want to do this is they can offer discount days.
Yeah, it says that down here.
Everyone today it's half price. Today, you're not going to pay full price on all your games. All right. I still have I'd rather put a quarter in. I would.
So, my question is this going to be because we've gone to Dave and Buster's and Chuck E. Cheese with the kids, and it's you have to buy these cards, and then you have to refill these cards, and then it's basically your money's stuck on there. Is it going to be like that, or is it going to be just credit cards?
It's going to be just it's going to be just so the card's only going to be able to work at this arcade. At the specific one.
That stinks.
Yeah, it's not going to be like Dave and Buster's where you put money on a card, you can use them all wherever there's a Dave and Buster's or a Chuck E. Cheese or wherever.
The thing we like is there are other arcades out there that just put everything on free play, and you just have to pay a flat fee for the day, and you can go in and out as you choose. Everything's free play. That I'm all for. Every day.
We have that's a kind of a smaller arcade that we went to even tonight. It's just it's a deli that they have maybe, I don't know, 15 machines at. And so we go in there sometimes just to eat and then play the games. But he had Street Fighter 2 there, and he's like, it was shut down. I'm like, oh, what's wrong with Street Fighter? And he's like, oh, it's letting people play for free. The coins keep getting stuck, so it just stays on free play. So we just went ahead and turned it off. And I'm like, dude, this could be a driving force. People come in and this is free. I'll play this for a little bit, and then they get encouraged to maybe play something else, or to stick around and eat something.
I mean, what if it was the old fighting days where you got to put your quarter on the top to line it up? You're gonna put your card with your name on it, and you're gonna line it up on the thing.
Yeah.
Put your quarters on the glass.
Yeah, so when you take your card, you can't put your card on the glass.
Put your credit card on the table.
They'll say, thanks for that. Here's my $20 of quarters.
Yeah.
We have Big Al's up here, and Dave and Buster's. They both do the card thing. Dave and Buster's, I don't believe charges for the card. I think you just get it when you load it. I know that Big Al's doesn't. So, but they're not those. At least the Big Al's, because I've been there more frequently, I don't really think of them as arcades, to be honest with you. They're kind of a mix of a bunch of different types of games. I think of them more like a Chuck E. Cheese for adults, which
Right, and
don't
I can
consider an
understand this
arcade.
being at this system working at a Dave and Buster's or Chuck E. Cheese,
Yeah.
where you
Yeah.
you give your 7-year-old a card and he's
Yep.
running around playing games, stuff like that, not with a handful of quarters or a couple of quarters, stuff like that. That's
Yep.
I get that, but a barcade where all they have is just machines that just run on, stuff like that. There's not a Plinko game or stuff like that where stuffed animals, it's just straight arcade games and pinball.
Yeah,
and
give me the
pinball,
quarters
stuff
every
like that.
time.
Yeah. To even go in, you have to be 21, or
Yeah.
I don't know what the legal drinking age in Ohio is, but
16.
you better have to have some kind of.
In Ohio,
And they'll give you. They'll
Maybe
give
there
you
is
a
no
shot
drinking
as
age in
well.
Ohio.
if you can reach
Yeah.
the counter, you can have a drink.
Yeah, you can have a drink. It's not so much a legal drinking age; it's how many your age gets you without any
Yes.
questions asked.
Yes. Well, I agree. Like, we do like, me and Burger Time, babe. We love barcades. Going in. I love the ones that either you do the quarters. I'm fine with that, or you go in there and they say, hey, just buy one drink and you can play forever long you want, kind of thing.
Mhm.
There's a lot of them that do that too. They just kind of are like, yeah, buy a beer and then you can just keep playing whatever you want, and we like those ones too.
That's a great idea. Those
Yeah.
people are making a ton of money on
Yeah.
alcohol sales, and that's
Exactly.
That sounds good. That
Yes.
sounds like a diaper party. You bring beer.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
look
just
at
like a
Jason's
diaper.
comment. I hear the legal drinking age in Ohio is yes.
If people ask why it's like that, we're just like, just look around. Like, you know why it is. But I do like the barcades that do that, where it's just like, and usually they don't have all the stuff, like not all the claw machines and all that stuff. It's usually like old arcade games that I enjoy, and they're like, just buy a drink and you can just stick around and play however long you want, because they know you're probably going to end up buying another drink and maybe another
Mhm.
drink, and then it's like they're making tons of money. Just you sticking around and having a couple drinks.
But like, I feel like we're all upset. If I went into the bar and complained to somebody, what are they going to tell me?
Well, you're just not
You
gonna
know,
go. Like,
No.
I mean, honestly, like, am I gonna go back to Coin Jam? Probably not. I mean, if they have the concert down there, I mean, I'll go, and I'm not gonna play anything.
But this is my perfect venting mechanism for this. If they ever want to look at this stream, I will point it out to them. We're not interested in it. But
No.
maybe we're in the minority, seeing how many people liked their post. So, yeah.
I will tell you about a little quarter miracle that happened tonight. I was in that arcade and I had, I have a canister that I keep all my quarters in for just events like that. So I just took it, put a handful and put it in my pocket. I didn't count or nothing. And we go there and I'm sitting there and I'm getting down to like one of my last quarters. My one kid took like $3 on Mr. Duke just to sit there and watch himself die. But he thought it was fun. But I get to like my second to last quarter and I'm like, hey, this quarter looks weird. I'm like, this is $1. Like, I don't know where this dollar came from. So I got 4 more plays. Like, it's an arcade miracle. I was able to play 4 more games. Yeah.
You see, you wouldn't have been able to experience that joy on a card.
Exactly. So I walked up there. I was like, yeah, I have $1. So they gave me 4 quarters and it was a good time. All right. The next thing. This is a game that I play on my show. I don't know if everybody watches my show or if any of you guys do exactly. I know I'm on before. I know Ace of Jacks. I've seen him in there and stuff, but I play a game and it's called Who's Selling This? It's a game I play every week. I have a weird Facebook that gives me very weird items that people have for sale, and people try to guess what it is. Just fun. And you as my guest, you get to try and guess this week who's selling this or what is being sold. And here is the first clue. Is everybody ready?
Go for it.
This is your clue.
Oh, this is Pennywise from
That is,
I can tell by the frills on the arms and everything. It looks like one of those old clown dolls.
You're getting close. It does have frilly, and there is I don't know if you call it a clown. There is something involved, another type of creature.
Oh God, is this the fetish side of Facebook
No,
marketplace that
no,
we've gone to? Like, what are we
no,
getting
nothing
here?
like that, man. No, thank
Um,
you. It is something that you hang in a child's room. I will say that.
Is this a Raggedy
Yeah,
Ann
so
doll?
that's
No, you wouldn't wear a
Yeah,
white.
but yeah.
Nice guess. Pirate shirt.
I'm thinking of some sort of picture, an art.
Yes,
maybe.
yes.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, so we got art, we got Pennywise. Okay, it's getting warm. You're getting warm. Everyone's getting warm. We got one guess, a pirate shirt. We got that so far. Anybody else want to guess in the chat? Put it now. I'll give you 15 more seconds, 10 or 15 more seconds, and then we'll go ahead and reveal
The Jerry Seinfeld
room.
shirt.
The puffy shirt.
Go USA. You hang it? Yes, you hang this on the wall of your house. So you hang this.
So it's an artwork of some
Yeah, I said
kind.
that.
The Switch game? Is it a Switch game?
Yeah,
No, it's not a
Dathan
Switch
got
game.
that.
Yeah,
Is it a car?
No, but it's.
Is it an Xbox?
No, everything's an
everything is
Xbox.
Yeah.
Everything is an Xbox. Everything is.
It's an
Everything
ad
is.
for Best Buy.
Was the clown making a comeback? Nope. All right, you guys ready to reveal this week's Who's Selling This?
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Oh God! Wow.
Okay. So would this be?
Don't you own this, Chris?
Is this?
No.
Is that your son?
I don't think I own this.
What makes it worse is the ad says perfect illustration for a goth child's room, framed canvas, $19.
Jeez.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ask me if it's still available.
It is. I look stuff up like this or whatever before I post it because I save stuff. I still go back. And it's still for sale. I don't know why. I mean, I'm surprised.
What
this
is that?
Not...
Is that a piercing in the child's mouth? Like, what is the silver ball?
I don't. I think it is. It almost looks like an AI. Like someone typed in something in AI.
Jesus Christ! My God.
I think these are supposed to be teeth.
Yes.
I don't know.
Anyone have spare underwear? Nightmare. Yes. Maybe on the wall you hang your house.
Stop
Yeah.
spending your money
Oh,
on
come on. Come on. Scared me. I can't tell if it's a girl terrified or happy. Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah, I can't either. I think happy.
All right, put it in a bid.
But also, like,
Go.
why is she or he, whoever, whatever, the child, the ungendered child, why is it holding the tooth? Is that coming from the top gum? No, it's not. It's connected to the bottom tooth, but it's going beyond. I don't know. It's very, yeah, it almost seemes AI generated, I guess.
If you send it to us in the mail, I would probably file charges. I was very I don't know who this guy is or what he thinks this is.
I think that if anybody that's going to your diaper party is watching, this could totally be worthy of in lieu of a pack of diapers.
There you go. I would hang it up in our daughter's room. That's what they want. Only $19, guys. If you are on Facebook in the Ohio area, you can look this up.
Oh, it's only 12 by 16
weird people
though.
in Ohio.
Yeah, handmade. So someone painted this apparently, or I don't know.
No, they use their hands.
Yeah, because it says yes, I will offer discounts for multiple canvases. So they're printing them off.
Yeah.
But it's only 12 by 16. That's disappointing. See, I'm out.
That's what it took. That's what it took.
At least 18 by 24, right?
Yeah.
At least. I mean, come on. Yeah, this is. It's a postage stamp. It's a scary picture for ants. That's not
Okay. that was who's selling this. I don't know why my algorithm does these things, but it's there. You all can enjoy those. It's every week we do that. I'd offer 15. There you go. Maybe does that make it a deal? Does that make it a deal, Travis? It's 15, not 19.
No, I'm out. It needs to be bigger, at least 5 times that size, in order to go in my child's room. I don't know what kind of kids you're raising.
Oh, why not buy it and burn it for a review video? There you go. I will literally pay them $19 to remove that photo from Facebook. I don't know. It is very, very strange. And I was going to put up a goal thing, like if I got so many super chats, I'd post another one, but I totally forgot about it. So maybe next time. I was like, if I get 5 super chats, I'd do 2 of them in one episode, but I forgot.
You super chat money and buy that and mail it
Yeah,
somewhere.
get it.
Mail it to.
You don't need to be a pin on your diaper party.
Wall back there.
There you go.
Oh, I'll totally hang it on the wall.
That's a white wall back there.
If we get enough super chats tonight to pay for that, we're going to send it to Travis and he'll put it on the background of his wall.
You guys won't be able to see it because it's tiny. I'll take it to the Photoshop and have them blow it up.
Oh, jeez. Oh, well. All right. So next up, we have a little bit more news about, let me find the right tab. Hold on. There it is. Iconic Arcade. I know that the Garage Gamer has gotten some news on this in his email. What's going on with this Garage Gamer?
Am I the only one that's pre-ordered this?
Yes.
Am I the only one that's pre-ordered this?
You're the only one, man. You're the only one. I did not.
Because I'm getting your NBA Jam.
Yeah, he's getting the NBA Jam. Where's Dathan gonna put it?
And Gallagher guys got blue.
I've got a Vuelix with Street Fighter on it and Big Blue. There's no way I need this thing.
I would get it and put it behind me, but I'm getting that painting and I don't want to block
it. There's that, but then I'll go on YouTube and just search for Iconic Arcade. There are some wild videos that come up now, and people are going on there about, why would anyone buy this? This is terrible. And you're an idiot for putting your money down. What are you thinking? It's like,
who are you talking about? Who are you talking
down? So I was like, no, it's crazy. Oh, I don't know. Some of you guys in the home arcade space need to chill out.
You got a super chat there.
Say super chat, get a super chat. All right. Well, I don't know what to say from now on. Hey, super chats.
Are you still going to offer 15 for the print? Is that what the plan is?
Yeah, it's only 5.
Well, you got to get 19. You'll offer 15.
I bet we could talk him down to $7.85. But here's the last thing I do want to say about that. Angel said I would not hang that in my child's room. LOL. Poor child. LOL. I would respond with Night Terror's build character. So I would totally put it in my kid's room.
Your kid would have a lot of character.
A lot of character. But yeah, the home arcade. So Ryan, the home arcade people are just brutal, huh?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, we haven't seen the final product here. Like, we don't know what the UI is going to look like. We don't know if they were going to change the side artwork. Like, I have no problem with the side artwork. I obviously bought it. So, we're not going to see the side artwork for the most part. Like, I'm going to have it butted up next to some of my other machines. I just want to make sure the front looks good. And, I wanted to check it out. And maybe I'm a crazy person, and I just wanted to see what's gonna happen. But it's getting delayed till October. It sucks, and you wonder they blame tariffs for it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's nothing else that they're having problems with getting the parts. But one can only speculate. I just want the powers at Iconic Arcade to make the best product they can, because in October, if it comes out and it's not looking good, then it's not going to be a good look for the company. So I want them to do well.
It's
honestly.
tariffs.
So have them put out the best product you can. If we need to wait a couple months for them to cook and put a good cake in the oven, you want it to come out good. I let it bake a couple more minutes. I'm fine with it. So I'm not dying to get a new arcade machine here. Like, I don't know. I'm right now. I'm playing more video games not in the home arcade. And I know a lot of your viewers, Galaga guy, are not saying that, but I'm not twitching here like, oh, I needed this next month. Like, I needed it now. Like,
yeah, and
okay.
the games that are
okay, guys.
The games that are on it are not hard to find other places to play either. It's not like it's like it's an exclusive game that Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I understood more because it's like online play with that. There was nothing out for a while, but this is like Alpha 3. Okay, you play that in so many places.
Yeah, and if you're out there attacking people for buying this, like, give me a break. Come on. And that if you think that's the stupid thing we're buying, you have no idea what I'm buying. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that's we don't make wise decisions with our money a lot of times.
Not usually, especially when we're buying a goth print to put in our child's room.
Yeah, exactly.
Priorities.
So yes, it's my money to burn. I earned it. I worked for it. If I want to, do foolish things with it, that's on me. And my wife and family are fine with it, then we're good.
I'm okay with all of your opinions, except I will not tolerate dry cake.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you cannot let it bake a couple extra minutes just because.
But you don't want
Get
it
the
soft
cake out of the oven
too either, right?
Get the cake out of the oven. Get the cake out of the oven.
Wait, did I miss something? Was this happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan said that he is okay with his cake sitting in the oven for.
You don't want to take the cake out too early, is what I meant.
No, cake. You don't want to leave in there. Brownies, you want to leave in there a little bit longer, just a scotch longer.
That's right. But dry cake,
crispy up those
right
edges,
out of here.
But cake, nope.
Yeah, nope,
not at all.
See, Dathan knows what's up.
Oh,
sorry, Ryan, you're not a cake expert. But I do hope that you get.
It should be a little moist in the middle with the cake.
You see,
no extra minutes. You have no minutes to spare when it comes to the cake.
Nope, not at all. Nope. No, I want cake. I want cake right now. I want it just right this minute.
But that actually goes with your home arcade. You should be mad. You should be mad that it was delayed. They told you tariffs is why.
It says we're reaching out with quick update due to the current
increases in retail prices.
Yeah.
I will say this, and I won't get political with this because I guess it's not really a political thing, but the tariffs thing is such an excuse at this point because they were undone, like they've been undone, and I get it that it's super hard to plan for. Oh, the president said these are going into effect and now they're not. Just ship the product. I feel like what you're going to get is you're going to get an email telling you that the price is increased and you now need to pay another 20% from what you pre-ordered at.
Well, that'll be another video in October.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, at least we're going to have we'll have something to talk about in October.
Okay, fair enough.
So like and subscribe, guys.
Yeah.
And ring that bell.
It's just one of those things where we knew it was coming. No one had said anything. I will correct myself. James hates everything on Super Games Rooms tonight. Did say that pretty much every month except for April, they've given us updates about the iconic arcade, just not maybe what we wanted to see about the iconic arcade. But people are acting like we don't hear anything, and all of a sudden this got thrown out in front of us. That's why a lot of people are like, "Oh,
what's he saying? Who's giving updates on our iconic arcade?"
Yeah, so we've gotten updates on it. As far as with B-Kongs, they went with him and they said, they gave this official statement through B-Kong, which is kind of weird. So this came out in January, he said, and then we had, I think it was in February or March, we had B-Kong, and there was some other announcement too in between there, and then April they didn't say anything, And then this month, May, this came out. So they are kind of giving us updates. Maybe not exactly what we want to hear, or we want to get more details on things, but it's kind of updates, kind of thing. But that's
it's more
kind of
than Arcade 1-Up, at least.
yes. We're not sitting there like, where are you at? It's been a year. Like, you haven't said anything. And yeah, that kind of thing. But people are also losing their minds because in this, the email you received, it had said that that it was April or October 15th is whenever you're getting this. But on the official post from John D, it says here, now targeting Q4 2025. So they're like,
October would be Q4.
Exactly, but they're saying, well, he could make it go all the way up to December now. Like, he says Q4 in this. So what does he mean? Like, we were here on October 15th in the email, but now in his official statement, he's saying Q4.
Oh, thanks for sharing that. Like, I'm not on Facebook, so like, I am, but I don't use it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah, he's saying so that's what people are losing their minds about too. The same people I think you're mentioning are complaining about. Everyone's idiots who bought this. That the people saying that, they're also like, oh, he said Q4 is what they're saying, so he doesn't even know, like, kind of thing. So
he doesn't need to say anything, and I feel like he's gonna get raked over the coals for every little sentence. It's like, just let him cook. Let him. I don't have another cake analogy, but just let them do their job and have them put out a good product. And I know the other thing was that there was worry that there was some kind of a lawsuit happening between Arcade 1-Up, a cease and desist order.
yes.
That was the rumor, and everyone's. Is it a cease and desist if the company that was giving the cease and desist doesn't exist anymore? Does anyone ever talk about that? Like, Arcade 1-Up supposedly does this lawsuit or whatever, a cease and desist, an order. But if they don't exist anymore, who enforces it?
Well, they
Like,
do.
what is happening?
They do exist. They're just not what they used to be as far as what they sell. But they are still there, I guess. But I think
They don't have any money to go to court.
I guess that's true. That's true. Yeah.
How would they have the money to go to court? They don't.
Yeah.
All those claw machines are selling. Come on.
And
They owe Atari all this money, right? James hates everything. Like, it's, I don't know.
I should accept also known as MG's correction. Tariffs aren't at zero. I misspoke when I said that they're gone. I just meant the last hike was gone. The initial 30% still sticks, or 28%, or whatever it was. I was just saying that I'm getting tired, even within companies that I work with, the reaction of, oh, we need to pause and we need to rethink about what we've set out to do, because nothing is stable and no amount of planning that we do is going to amount to much of anything, because it's too unpredictable right now. The market's just too unpredictable. The leadership is too unpredictable. It's hard to be a business
concepts
owner.
of a plan.
Right. And yes. And that's the problem, is all of these are concepts that get a statement of action that then gets retracted. So as consumers, it's nothing but frustrating, not just with the companies, but with all of it, to get like, oh, hurry up. Hey, this is going to be exciting. Oh, hold on. Okay. No, we're still sticking with, we need to raise prices, even though other things have dropped here. Now, to the credit of John here, he does say that the people who did order, that they're going to honor those prices. So that's good, right? But we saw the same thing with Switch, where they paused the pre-orders, right? They paused it and said they're going to have to think it over,
Okay, so this is what James gave me a list of everything that they've. So CES was the announcement in January. Then they had the Double Dragon in
You can't
February.
order the Double Dragon yet. Can you?
No, it's like this probably not going to happen. It was like an exclusive deal with some company. Like, they're not going to like mass produce those. That was just like a one time deal. And then in March they had Kong do the announcement, and then they had nothing in April, but in May we're getting this. So they have been giving us updates. It's just not, they're not showing us UI yet, or gameplay, or showing us online play, which is what a lot of people are more interested in finding out. But they are trying to give us updates to a certain degree. Not that I'm defending them. I do think that they should have shown something as far as the UI and, gameplay, something, so that way we can, people who are ordering this can kind of understand more of what they're really getting. But it's still something. It's again better than Arcade 1-Up. Arcade 1-Up would give us nothing.
And I do also, I would rather them put this out to retailers, because when you do that, the retailer has to buy it and they have to see it and see what the product is. If they want to take in so many thousand units, we need to know what it looks like, and that's why you show it off at CES to potential buyers, right? But buying directly from the company avoids all of that, and we're putting all the risk really on us. Like, if I'm giving you my $700, if it's a crap product, that's on me. So again, I guess those haters out there are like, yeah, well, you're an idiot, what are you thinking? Like, I don't know, I just want to have fun. Let's it's my money to waste if it's a bad product. But if it's something really cool, which I hope it is, then eggs on you.
Yeah. And the other thing is
That's
too,
all it is.
they've tried to make it out like you're losing your money. They take your money. They took your money. Like, oh, they've stolen this from you, and they're never going to give you this product, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, well, you can still, like, right now, if you wanted your money back, you can go in there and say, I want my money back, and they will give it back to you. They're not stealing anything. Like, that's why I don't understand why they keep trying to like spin that narrative of they've taken your money and they're going to hold it and not let you have it. Like, yep, exactly. No UI, no production version. Exactly. So that's what people are really wanting. Like, we're getting updates, but people are ordering this. They just want to see what it's going to be.
Well, they can't. It's running on the Switch 2 UI, so they they can't.
It's being
show
pirated.
off.
It's being pirated.
They gotta wait.
No.
No.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well,
Dathan will buy it eventually from me. So
how many
No,
does
I'm
Dathan?
good. I've already got a couple fighting games already as it is, so I think I'm good.
How
Now,
many arcades?
If you were to get Double Dragon, I would consider it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you can put I think any game you want on this thing. It's got a Pi 5 in it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
there you go. I'll put Double Dragon in it.
Absolutely.
All right. What were you saying, Gallagher guy?
I don't remember.
What arcades does what
Yeah.
What arcade 1-Ups does 8-Bit Gaming Legend have?
I have the Mortal Kombat 2, the Marvel Superheroes, and I have a bar top here with Ninja Turtle side art control panel with Pandora box number 5, I think it is. It's got like 700.
Nice. Now those are like Pandora's boxes are like impossible to find now. Apparently, like because they got sued and stuff, and so like even on eBay and stuff, they're like difficult to find. Like even old ones, like they're just gone off.
Yeah, the thing with that is that a lot of the games, like I said, there's 700 games, and I had to print out a list of where all the games were because I didn't know what a lot of them were. But there's not like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles; it's Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. So
yeah,
there's a couple other ones that are like that. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've played a lot of the games on there, and it's good. And there's a bunch of weird like bar games from like the 80s that are very random.
Sweet.
That are like
nice.
Like Galaga?
No. That was like, wow, I can't. I wonder how this game even made money. Or it was even in an arcade cabinet, but.
You remember at the bars they used to have those like touch tunes sort of games?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if someday people are. What's that?
When I worked for the arcade company, we had a bunch of those touch tunes that had a bunch of different games on it and they were all set up different. And a couple of the games are like that where it's just basically you're just moving the thing around. But this isn't touchscreen. It's just the control panels and the buttons and stuff like that.
Yeah, I just wonder if someday people are if there's gonna be a retro touch tunes home arcade machine that you can buy at Costco.
I mean, there might be. They were very, very popular when I worked.
They're super popular.
Arcade company.
Right?
It was a big deal. And we would set up like tournaments that would last for like 3 months, and then people would constantly play. I mean, when I was taking the money out of the machines, I mean, it was stacks and stacks of dollar bills and stuff like that, so people could win like a barbecue set or something like that.
Yeah. spot the differences in the photos. That's the one that I remember people playing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Photo Hunt. That's right. There we go. I think that's what it was called, right?
Yeah, there
So,
were a bunch of different ones that you could do.
Yeah. I just keep waiting.
Nice.
Someday they're going to announce, Arcade 1-Up's going to announce touch tunes for your home. Available at Costco.
I think next is going to be a skee ball or like a basketball hoop after the claw machine. I'm like, they're going to just
Have
keep
they
doing
not
these.
done it?
No, not a skee ball or the hoop thing. They've done the claw machine. So I'm like, they're going to go with non-licensed arcade things. That's what I see. Like, that's what I think they're going to start doing if they're going to make bigger items. It's going to be stuff like that. Because
No, I think they're
they got
going to go in a
licensing
completely
fee.
different direction. They're doing a Hello Kitty photo machine or whatever. That's the kind of stuff we're going to be getting.
Yeah. Good old Photo Hunt as gold. Hey, maybe you'd have some business there. Maybe they should consider it. But since we had some bad news, let's talk about some good news here. And that is this right here. We have the Capcom Fighting Collection 2 came out today, everyone, which I didn't even remember it until it randomly popped up on my feed. And I was like, what? This is out today? You already got it? You already got it? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I got my
but when
copy
did you
today,
order
too.
this thing?
Me?
No, everyone. Like, I feel like I pre-ordered this months ago. But a lot of you guys were stressing, like, I can't get a copy. I can't get a copy.
The PS4 version is gone.
What's that?
You can't find the PS4 version anywhere right now, and that's what I wanted to get.
Why do you want the PS4 version? You get disc rot on the disc.
Because I'm not going to play this on my Switch, so.
Yeah, but a cartridge, that's going to last longer, right? So I got it. Boom.
Yeah, no, I ordered it this morning. When you had posted it on the Discord, I'd gone on there and went on to Best Buy and ordered it. And then went and picked it up at lunch.
Empire on Twitter. He'll give me a hard time. Like, I guess he tried to get it in his area. I think he lives. Where does he live? He lives in Detroit, and it was sold out for him. So he was having a little rage this morning. He couldn't get it. Like, why didn't you guys order it like a week ago or whatever? I don't know. And I know some of you guys are really averse against pre-orders or whatever, but. This is a great game. This is a really fun game. We were playing it earlier with my family. Like, I wanted to show my kids Power Stone. The game still plays great. Power Stone 2, actually. You do that 4-player stuff. Oh, man. Make sure your controllers are charged. You're going to have a great time. And then I was checking out some of the other games. Capcom versus SNK. Man. Those sprite games right at the late 2000s, money. And you can now use, if you have the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, the left bumper, the right bumper, you can do all the special moves with just one hit. And some of those combos in Capcom vs. SNK were super hard to pull off back in the day. Now it's like one button. Oh man, I was doing these combos I've never even seen before. So easy and it's so yeah, check this game out. And the game, if you want it digitally, you can get it for like $30.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get it digitally for my Xbox because I have a Xbox in my Vuelix, and so I want it there just so I can press it and go. I don't have to worry about changing out a disc plus a disc rot, and I'll probably get it for Switch. I'll probably get it for Switch physically eventually.
Well, if you get it for the Xbox, you'll be able to play it on your brand new LG refrigerator there from Best Buy. You know,
anywhere, yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for this. Like, I'm surprised it hasn't gotten more. Again, it just was randomly popped up. I was like, wow, this is out now. I'm surprised it hasn't gotten more people talking about it. It's kind of just been swept underneath the rug compared to the Marvel versus Capcom one that came out. You know, what's that been like?
I think Capcom picked a bad time for it to come out. Honestly, like maybe it should have come out a couple months ago, or maybe they should have delayed it because I know a lot of us are playing Doom right now. So
yeah.
Well, there's so many games out right now.
It's a good problem to have.
Kind of
Yeah.
bigger. A lot of these games, like I remember playing Power Stone back on the Dreamcast. Incredibly fun game, but I'm pretty sure I could probably find 10 people on the street who would be like, Power Stone? What's that? Never heard of it. So I think there's a lot of games on this one. Like Justice.
Project Justice.
The Justice one. I'd never heard of it before.
Yeah, that one plays kind of weird.
So I had to try that. I had to try that one tonight.
Yeah, I didn't know about Power Stone till Gamer Fridge. He was like, "Yeah, I played that on my honeymoon. Like, I love Power Stone." I'm like, "You played Power Stone on your honeymoon?" He's like, "Yeah." There's an arcade near us, and so they had Power Stone. It just had come out, so I was playing Power Stone. So we nonstop make fun of him for that.
No, at one of the conventions here, Portland Retro Gaming Expo, someone rented. I talked about this on our stream. Someone rented a table at the convention all weekend, and all they did was they played Power Stone all weekend long. They all dressed up in character too from the game, but it's like that's amazing. Like, you guys are awesome.
So this is it though. This is the website. The official website it does say how it is out on everything basically. Why is it not on X? Is Xbox One? Is it the? I'm confused. Xbox always gets me with like what version.
It's on Xbox One. You can play it on every. You can't play it on 360 basically. Everything Xbox One and up.
Okay, it's very that they get me with that. But PS4, Xbox One, Steam, Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, if it's on PS4, you can play it on your PS5.
And they have this bundle. I don't know if it's worth it or not. Not on Switch, apparently. They didn't want you to have it on Switch, but you can buy them both, apparently. I don't know why it's... How much is it, I wonder? I don't know.
I think it's a 2-pack. It's a physical 2-pack that you can get.
Oh,
with
what?
a slip case thing, I think.
Did mine come with a comic?
Oh, yeah. Comic Speculations, 48 pages. You get that with it, too.
Oh, yeah. It does have a comic in it. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. All right. I do have it.
That's cool.
All right. So there is a little benefit to getting a physical copy. Oh, it's actually got quite a few little pages on it.
Yeah, but it has comic rot. You'll get comic rot eventually. Like,
yeah.
Like, you're gonna set it on the bench in the sun, and it's gonna get all faded.
Yeah, and other people were saying like, oh, you can find Power Stone. There's tons of ways to play Power Stone, and I'm like, not online. Like, I guess you can through like Fightcade or something maybe, but like the average person to play Power Stone online, it's not like it's an easy thing. At least as far as I know. Like, maybe I'm totally wrong, but I didn't think there was a really good way to play Power Stone online. So, I mean,
I don't even think it was online on Dreamcast.
Yeah,
I don't think it was.
It was if you had the Dreamcast Live.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Neither did I.
Hook up your phone to it, your phone cord.
Nice.
The Sega.com.
Yeah, I don't think I ever played any games online with the Dreamcast. I know
I played. I remember playing Choo Choo Rocket online, and
was it Fantasy Star? Is that what it was?
Yeah, Fantasy Star online.
Quake 3. You could play Quake 3 online.
And didn't we just? I just said like Alpha 3. There's tons of ways to play it, and it's on here.
Yeah, but it's Alpha 3 Upper, so it's the definitive version. There is another Capcom Street Fighter compilation out there on Switch or whatever that you can play Street Fighter Alpha 3, but this is apparently the definitive version that was in the arcades.
This is gonna be awesome, man. Xbox version is digital only. Oh, are you serious? Why do they keep doing that?
Well, disc rot, man.
Yeah, disc rot.
Because how else are you going to play it on your brand new LG refrigerator from Best Buy if it's not digital only?
Xbox Pass is a great deal.
Yes, it is. It is. They're going to have to start like randomly coming up with a bunch of disk drives so we can just plug it into anything. That's what they're going to have to do. A Bluetooth disk drive so you can just, there you go, right into it. But no, overall, I'm like, this made my day. I didn't get a chance to play it. I'm kind of like Ace of Jacks, where it was like, it's just been sitting there. I know I have it for my Xbox, and it's just like, I want to go play it so bad, but we've been so busy. But I'm looking forward to playing it. You're gonna love some Power Stone. It's always a fun time. And two, you can play it online, so we could get together, everybody, 4-player, Power Stone, boom. I know A Big Legends, you're saying that was like immediate buy for you because that was online.
Oh yeah, that was a big thing. There were a lot of late night 4-player people pissing everybody off type thing. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, whenever it came out.
Yeah, that's great, man. That's great. So hopefully,
you know what they need to do now? If this is successful, they need to do Power Stone 3. Can you imagine on modern consoles and do like increase the amount of characters, all the pickups you can do? Oh man, Super Smash Brothers, they couldn't.
That's what it reminded me of. Like that's what I
this.
thought of immediately when I first time I played Power Stone. I was like, this is kind of like Super Smash Brothers, but like different, but it kind of remind me of it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's got that fighting game element. Really wild. It's kind of like Super Smash Brothers. Yeah.
Maybe inspired them to a certain degree. See, I tried Plasma Sword today. I had no idea what I was doing. Okay. Was it fun, though? Was it fun? It was fun. Not sure. There's special moves for it, though. Talks to my Doom Premium Edition.
Same Spirits, don't you have Game Pass?
Yeah, get Game Pass. You can play that stuff anywhere.
You got to get the statue and all that stuff to go.
No, the Premium Edition just comes with the Steelbook.
If you have the statue on its way and you want to play it with your little buddy, you got to wait. And you just set them right there next to you on the couch, and then you can actually experience it together. That makes sense. That's frustrating, though. My heart goes out to you.
Yeah.
So far, it's the reason I said it was strange. Dathan, you've played it. Anybody else play it thus far?
I've played it.
The story, and I grew up playing Doom, but the story is just strange to me.
Yeah, the story's just kind of out there. I'm not.
No,
to be honest,
guys,
I'm
the
not
story
really
is going to be great.
Story.
Are you not?
Get more into it.
No,
I was Dathan. I didn't in the beginning either because it's like it's Doom. Come on, where do I kill things? And it just kept going and going, and my eyes were all glazed over. And then all of a sudden, my brain said, "Hey, let's figure this out and pay attention." And then I started paying attention, and I was like, "What the heck is this?" And then it dropped me, and then it was time to start fighting.
Did you guys play Doom Eternal?
About half of it.
Only the very beginning part, over and over and over again.
This game it's obviously a prequel to that because when you're in Doom Eternal, like you're like on a ship. And
yes.
This game, you guys, like spoiler alert, like you're not in control on the ship. Like there's this other alien race that's sending you down to this dark age place to fight in hell. But you're like subjugated. You're like a slave to them, and I'm
just saying that when I played Doom back in the 90s, there was none of this to be had. You were just fighting demons from hell on Mars.
Yeah, the original Doom was you were just a Marine fighting demons from hell, and then I think 2016 is when they tried to give an actual backstory to the Slayer, which was that he was. I don't know if he was supposed to be an angel or a demon, but he was so powerful that everybody feared him. And the only way they were able to beat him prior to 2016's Doom was to lock him in a sarcophagus. And that's where the game starts, as you've been released from the sarcophagus. But the
2016's plot was fine because, again, you're just killing demons from hell on Mars. But this one here, it's like from when I woke up, it seemed like it's actually legit trying to tell like a story with multiple characters.
Well, the 2016 Doom, if you actually found like they had pillars that you could find and read like the story of his downfall and everything.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's what this one's telling.
Oh, I didn't read the pillars because it's Doom, and if I wanted to read, I'd get a book, I guess.
Yeah. So it was,
or I'd play Baldur's Gate.
It was kind of interesting that they actually started a story beyond the whole. Oh, this guy's a marine; he's just killing demons.
And I'm not saying it's bad at all, Ryan. I just was like, no, it's weird.
Yeah. It's but even weird. Beyond that, the gameplay is great because you'll go into a level, you'll get a new weapon or two. Every level, you get a new weapon, and the third level, you're controlling a mech. So it's like, it's sweet. And then the next level, you get another new weapon. Like, oh, what's this toy I get to play with? Here we go.
Yeah, and I didn't play it very much. I switched. I just launched it up, and I actually need to set the settings to get my frame rate dialed in. Although I don't think that's going to be a problem.
I hadn't heard Stay in Spirits that it's not selling well.
Yeah, it is not, according to all the media today. And that's case in point, I didn't buy it. I'm just playing it on XPass Live.
I bought the premium. I bought the premium upgrade. So I paid $30.
Yeah,
to play it a couple days early.
Right. Now, that being said, yeah. So I mean, but it looks good. I will say it looks good, like as well. It does look good. I look forward to playing more of it. I just didn't. Dathan played a lot of it though, right? Dathan, you gave it several hours.
Well, I'm probably about maybe 6-7 hours into it.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find everything through all the maps, and I think I'm like, all right, I found everything, and then I finished the level. I'm like, you found 48%. I'm like, what the hell? So I gotta go back.
Well, you're trying to find everything. Nobody said you were good at it. The game's actually telling you the opposite, right?
Exactly.
48%. I wonder if it's that you technically can't find areas until you beat the game, and then it gives you some way to get to places you can't get right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I know there's some areas in certain levels that you can't get access to unless you get much farther in there, and then you have to go backtrack all the way back around, I guess.
According to this article I'm reading, that's the low sales figures is based on data from Steam. They've only got 30,000 Steam players. On it right now, and the game's been out for a day.
Yeah, but
unless you paid for the premium.
Here's my thing. I felt like the previews and the press leading up to this release, for some reason, I was underwhelmed by all of it. Like, I was more excited about Doom Eternal, to be honest, than I was about this Doom. It looked different enough that it was a little bit of a curveball for me that way. And I think that may be why they're seeing the low, even though the reviews have been excellent. So I think that the sales will pick up. But then the other thing that's different too is, case in point, I'm renting it. I'm not buying this one, and I bought every other one. So I wonder how much of that is actually clouding how popular the game actually is.
Yeah, I don't
especially
know.
With Steam, by the way.
The Xbox Game Pass subscribers at 34 million. So if 34 million people are playing it through Game Pass and you've got 30,000 on Steam,
it's going to.
Is it really a good indicator when you've got 34 million people playing the game? They're just renting it, as opposed to buying it outright.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually like this one more than I like Doom Eternal.
I think I will. I think I will. And the reason I didn't play Doom Eternal much, I keep playing the intro over and over and over again. Then I get to the same spot and then I just lose interest. I'm not a big fan of the acrobatics. And in Quake 3, I didn't like the acrobatics. It's not that I sucked at it. I just didn't like them. I just didn't find it fun. And Doom Eternal's way focused on that stuff from the bit that I keep playing. And I'm not a fan of that. This one here, it's more ground and pound, it seems, and I'm a bigger fan of that type of gameplay. So I think I'll like this one and actually beat this one. Whereas with Doom Eternal, for some reason, I just can never get motivated enough to beat it.
Yeah.
Is Galaga Guy 88 going to play it?
Probably not. I have never had any interest in Doom. Like, it's just not my type of thing. Just not my thing. But if you guys like it, you have Game Pass. You got a refrigerator. Best Buy has got them for sale right now. You can play.
The only thing I would say with this one though is the music. the music is so forgettable compared to Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. And it's because they start out at a 10 and they stay there constantly. Whereas if you go back and listen to Mick Gordon, who was the composer for Doom and Doom Eternal, he slowly ramps up all the music to the point where it's just like you are hyped to be killing demons to the point where it's like a madhouse. You have to kill them. And this one, I just don't get that with the music. But the gameplay, there's something about jumping from a high height down to where a bunch of demons are and exploding all these demons because you've landed in the middle of them. That is just, it's great. It adds like this level of like, just, I'm going to murder all you people, so you better get the fuck out of my way. Because
did you guys beat the mech level yet?
Yeah,
I've gone, so I'm not there.
That's pretty fun.
It's so good. Like at the end of that level, like spoilers or whatever, you get some like energy bomb, and you're fighting this huge ass demon, and I'm like, it like drops to you drop the energy thing to the floor, and like, oh man, are you gonna take that energy weapon and shove it in his mouth? And sure enough, he does. It like takes him up, shoves him in his mouth, and he kicks him off a cliff, and the thing explodes. Wow. Like I couldn't believe this is amazing.
The only thing about that level, I thought it was too short. It could have been longer.
It'll probably repeat
I
itself
100%ed
later.
that level. Did you 100% it?
Well, yeah, because all you had to do was just beat it. You didn't have to
I was waiting for you to say no. I got 32%.
I was going around trying to see if there was a secret. Like you can go around and as the mech like smash stuff. I was like,
no, I think you only had to beat like 15 enemies in the boss, and then it was like
Then
that's
you're
it.
done.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, both the mech level and the dragon levels, they try to trick you into thinking they're bigger levels than they really are, because you're on the big beasts and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and so they're actually, they seem to be smaller levels.
One thing I was going to talk about too, real quick, was Expedition 33. I've only given it 3 hours, but that's because I keep trying to practice the combat. I'm one of the people that's having trouble with the combat. Like the QTE for some reason, and I think I know why I'm having trouble with it, and I need to figure out how to ignore it, is I think that the art style in the game is a little too much for me. Because the QTE thing where you press X to land your attacks, all the little glitter and stuff that it keeps spraying off the side, I can't like focus on the timing of the X at all. Like it's too busy or something. And then when it comes to parrying, yeah, is that okay? So I'm not the only one who thinks that then.
No, there's a lot. I have trouble with that too. There's just a lot of stuff that's happening on the screen, and you just kind of have to know what your skill power up is that's going to be utilizing that button timing thing.
Yeah.
Once you kind of figure out which one it is, then it gets a little bit easier.
Does it? Okay, so that was the one thing, because I never have trouble with those types of rhythm things at all in games. So that was telling to me. And then the other thing is my parrying, because I'm not doing dodging at all. I've just been practicing the parrying. I'll be damned. There are times where like I nail it on the same fight that I'm practicing over and over and over again. I nail it perfectly, and then I go back and replay the same duel, and I miss every single one. So I must not have the animation right that you're focusing on. I must not know what the tells are or whatever it is, because I am super inconsistent to the point where I wonder if my controller is sometimes not responding button-wise. So I swapped out controllers, same problem. So it's a me thing. And again, I don't know if it's because there's just so much going on with the way that kind of they take the camera angle or whatever it is, but I am one of the people that's having trouble with it. Now, I probably could have just moved on and continued on through the game, but I keep trying to 100% the duel before I move on, feeling like I know how the combat works. And I have to be honest, I don't feel like I know how the combat works in the game.
What an ugly thing to say.
So that's my quick review. Oh, and the plot is super weird in this one too.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the plot is. At the point I stopped playing it because I was trying to go back and just focus on one game at a time.
Yeah.
So I think at the point I was at, I was like, so the plot is that you're going to another island and you're the 33rd expedition and they started at 100. Like, what? I don't understand. So,
and everybody died that was like 33 years old, that just turned 33 years old or something like that. Dathan, what am I missing? What am I?
Is there
getting
anyone
wrong
in the
about
chat
that?
that's under 33? I'm curious. Put
we'd all be dead. We'd all be dead at this
33.
point. I'm sorry, guys.
No, because she dies, and it's like her 33rd birthday, right? The girl that you give the flower to, your ex-girlfriend.
Well,
Your
I
no,
think I think they were all.
Did you
supposed
ignore
to-
this plot too? You ignored this. This game's all plot. You can't ignore this one. Doom, you can. This one is all plot.
I
Isn't
know,
that
but
the
What
point?
an ugly thing to say.
there's only so long that I can sit there and just listen to like this guy
Oh my
talk. He
gosh.
kind of looks
Yeah.
like Robert Pattinson too, a little bit. Is
Yeah.
anyone else
He
getting
does.
that vibe?
He
I
does,
don't
but
like
you
the
know,
graphics in this
you know
game.
that's Charlie Cox, right?
Is it really?
That's Charlie
Daredevil?
Cox. That's the That's
Is he any relation
the
to Mike
voice.
in chat?
I did not know that.
Yeah. People online were like, look, it's Robert Pattinson is who they modeled it after. He's obviously the voice actor. And then it was like, no, Charlie Cox is the one that's the voice actor. And it's like, really?
Okay,
Charlie
well,
Cox, Daredevil?
Dathan's playing through it, and not. Oh, the other thing too that I get the feeling is, whereas I come from the open world, I guess I use the term loosely, but like the Ultima style RPGs and things like that. This one seems like it's going to be very linear. Like you just go from fight to fight to fight, like it's a level.
Yeah,
that's how
it's
it
linear
feels.
in the sense of God of War. So it's still kind of open world, but there's still, a limitations on to where you can go to.
That's not
so
bad.
I compare it to God of War.
Okay, that's not bad then. That's open worldy enough to feel like an RPG. Because I was going to say, geez, if it's just going from run to battle to battle to battle, even though it's got the quote unquote JRPG mechanics, it's not very RPG like. To not have any choice. But I still don't think you have choice, do you? I mean, like you can say yes or no on like, do you want to have a duel? But most of the dialogue that I've come across thus far is you just keep pressing X to get through it. And you don't really choose what your characters do. So it's interesting. I don't like the graphics. I will say that. I'm very underwhelmed by the graphics. So to your point of the character looking weird, things like that, I feel very underwhelmed by the graphics themselves. But the music, on the other hand, is actually very good. So there's my review on it in a nutshell. Then I can quit playing it and move on to Doom, I guess.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I was going to show this. This is totally off subject. If you guys have anything else,
totally went over Galaga guy's head.
No. You go right ahead.
I wanted to get my thoughts on it in, since it's such a hot topic, and like I said, I'm on the cusp of probably quitting playing it because I didn't buy it. And that's what Xbox Live Pass or Xbox Pass Game Pass gives me now. It's the ability to just walk away, and I don't have to worry about the 2-week return window anymore. It's great.
Oh, what were you going to talk about, Galaga guy? What was your next thing?
Oh, no, you go whatever you guys have. I mean, I'm good talking about.
Oh, did you guys see the rebranding for Max?
Oh
no! Did they rebrand it again?
Why?
It's gonna be HBO Max again.
Yeah, that's perfect. I want X to turn back to Twitter too. That'll be sweet.
They're like, we realized our mistake and we're going back.
Well,
so wasn't it? It was HBO Go before, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. Let's get it back together.
Well, there was HBO Go, and then there was HBO Now. And HBO Go was their online. HBO Now was their cable service, and then they went and made. They combined together to make HBO Max, and then it became Max, and now they're going back to HBO Max. And from what I've read from people who have worked for HBO, is that it was one executive who wanted it titled Max, and everybody was like, "This is a bad idea. Don't do it." And because he was in such a high up position, they had to do it. And so now he's no
Your
longer
head.
with the company.
It's
And it's
Your
going back
head
to
shotgun
HBO
shot.
Max.
It's Warner Brothers, right? Who owns? Is it? Yeah.
Warner. Well,
Yeah.
it's Discovery bought Warner Brothers, so it's Warner Brothers Discovery now, and it's David Zaslav.
Don't they have stockholders?
Oh, they've got David Zaslav. You know, he's like, yeah, I'll make you guys all happy if you let me put whatever garbage reality show I can.
Who's
on
happy?
HBO.
Who's happy for is like whatever the marketing team they have, like whoever they're outsourcing to make that logo is like, here we go again. We just got paid again, guys. Let's phone it in.
That's great.
Yeah, all they did was they changed the color grading and like, here's our new slogan for HBO Max. It's now
the same guys that did the Avatar font.
There you go.
We have to wait till the summer though for it to rebrand.
So you're
before
saying
you can have your HBO Max party.
Yeah. So Ace of Jacks, you're not watching 1,000-Pound Sisters on HBO Max?
No.
Why didn't anybody tell me that there was a show called 1,000-Pound Sisters?
It is horrible. It's horrible. Don't watch it.
No, horrible fun. I gotta see. I'm looking it up now. Oh, this is great.
Together they form 1,000 pounds, but they're they're not 1,000 pounds apiece. They're 1,000-pound sisters.
I'm out.
Anyways, you know who's killing it right now? You know who's killing it? Nicolas Cage. He's killing it right now.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. The playing John Madden. And so this is like what everyone's kind of seen and like been super excited about, that John Madden's going to be, or that Nicolas Cage is going to be John Madden, which I think he's going to play a good John Madden. Like, I feel like how over the top he is, like he could definitely play a good one. But I was more excited about this whenever it came out, that we got the first look of him in the live action Spider-Verse for the Prime Video series. I love Spider-Man, and I've always liked Spider-Man Noir, so I've always been wanting like it to have some type of movie or show or something. So whenever I saw this, I was like, yes, like I'm so excited for this right now.
Yeah, I'm a big Spider-Man fan too, but I'm not that into the Spider-Man, so
I
watch it.
But I have an idea that it's not going to be Nicolas Cage actually in the costume. He's just going to be doing the voice.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, unless they have like slow down scenes.
Nothing stop us from loving Darth Vader, right?
It's live action. It's not animated, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it says Cage is dressed in Spider-Man Noir's iconic costume. The black and white. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, hey. Streambo's here.
Yeah.
Oh my!
They're a little early.
This is coming from your Twitch account.
Don't forget to remove the space, everybody.
Nope, I am not streaming on Twitch tonight.
If I get a virus,
take that.
Someone is. It's not me.
It's not. It's
kind of interesting that I've never seen Eric and Streamdo in the same place at the same time. Yep.
I don't know. But yeah, so as far as Nicolas Cage is going, like, what do you guys think?
I think that it could be good. I mean, I don't know. Nick Cage is fine for the choice, I guess. Yeah, it's gonna be more like, what's the movie actually gonna be like?
Well, that's the question. Is it going to follow his career as a football coach, or is it going to follow his video game career as a football coach?
Yeah.
Exactly. And then you have Christian Bale too. He's like, everything that he does, he's super serious about. So, which he looks very similar.
And who's he playing?
Al Davis. Isn't that
Davis.
him?
Yeah, it's Al Davis.
That's
yeah.
Al Davis. Yeah.
I was trying to find. There was pictures out there of like comparing them side by side. I thought it'd be on here, but This goes to Rambo. So I don't know.
That's how good Nicolas Cage is at embodying other actors.
Just from what I remember of what I was told about the story back when it was, if I remember correctly, it's supposed to run the entire span of the Super Bowl with the Raiders all the way up to all the way up to and through the video game stuff. So that seems like a lot of ground to cover in a movie.
Well, it's David O. Russell who's directing and writing it, so it's going to be a lot of monologuing.
What did he do?
What was the last couple of things he's done have been with Christian Bale and Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, just an article. I thought maybe it would show his actual stuff.
So Silver Linings Playbook and American Hustle.
All right. Both good movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good director and writer. It's just it's going to be interesting to see what he does with it.
Yeah, for sure.
But I thought, he's like on video game fronts. I mean, John Madden and Spider-Man. I'm like, comic book nerdy stuff. He's pretty much trying to hit all the goalposts, I guess. I don't know. I know he really wanted to be Superman at one point in time, and he was just about ready to be. Now he gets to be Spider-Man, which is kind of like not Superman, but at least it's something.
Well, he kind of got to be Superman in the Flash movie.
Yeah.
If you didn't get a chance to watch that one at the very end of it, they had Kevin Smith.
Didn't he lose all his money or something in a divorce? Or
he buys a lot of stupid
taxes.
Something happened, and he's got to work again.
It was taxes for Nicolas Cage. He's never paid his taxes, so of course they came up for him.
I knew that. I could have sworn I read something about.
And then I think at one point he had an actual T-Rex skeleton head, and the museum.
Yes, he did.
And it was like, this was stolen. You need to return this. He paid millions of dollars for something that he gave back.
He's also best friends with Vince Neil of Motley Crue. They hang out together all the time in Vegas.
That's cool.
Well, no, I think that's kind of a mess. I think it's kind of a mess. And I think that there might be a lot of money wasted when those two hang out together.
What an ugly thing to say.
But yeah,
that's nice.
That's what I understand.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, yeah, I have heard he's bought he buys. From what I had heard, he just buys stuff, a lot of things, and he threw away a lot of his money, like the T-Rex head. I had heard about that too, where it's he had to give it away because it was stolen, and he's still trying to get his money back apparently, but it's he's never gonna get his money back.
Well, I mean, it's no worse than if you watch the Johnny Depp trial and everything that guy spends money on. He spent $30 million on a bottle of wine, and
hey, maybe he bought an iconic arcade too. Let's rake him over the coals for that.
Well, I think of the iconic arcade, people will be like, well, hey, that's a money saver for him.
What an idiot.
Well, the side
I like your impression.
It's just abysmal.
Sucker.
Yeah. But Johnny Depp was an interesting trial, that's for sure. That's good.
Yeah.
No, I think that the movie with Madden could be good. For real, it could be good. Yeah. There's an interesting story to tell there, and Madden was a likable guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think he'd just be a good actor for it because he's kind of over the top like John Madden was. So I think that it's gonna fit very well. So whenever he came in, I could see him landing this role pretty easily.
Both those guys, though, Christian Bale and Nick Cage, they've got I believe they both have reputations for being very extreme on set, right? Aren't they both method actors and things like that? So I would imagine having to babysit those two on set would be a pain in the rear.
Well, I know Christian Bale is for sure. I know
Yeah.
he had that Terminator Salvation blow up. Remember that years and years ago?
The don't walk in front of it where Family Guy made fun of it. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get to the snacks.
Nicolas Cage, I don't know about Nicolas Cage. I don't know if he's had issues like that.
Not that he's difficult, but just that he's like a method actor, and that he's hard for other actors to work with because he just does the method acting thing. And they're like, "Hey, Nick, I'm just trying to figure out what you want me to do." Well, I don't know what you're talking about. There is no scene, like that sort of stuff, right? So yeah, I'm just thinking of like the headaches that the director would have. But the director obviously worked with Christian Bale before.
Yeah, and according to Nicolas Cage, his acting method is called nouveau shamanic.
See, I told you. He's a nut job.
So it's a primal spiritual performance energy is what he calls his acting style. It's not method acting. He just
my memory's not off then.
He calls to the spirits and he says, "Give me this role." I mean, yeah, he's Nicolas Cage has always been he's got like 3 different acting styles.
Interesting.
When you watch his movies, there's the really over the top Nicolas Cage. There's kind of the Leaving Las Vegas Nicolas Cage where you can see some actual acting chops, and then you've got just a raving madman, depending on the movie you watch.
Have you ever watched Community, the show Community?
Yeah.
That one episode where like what's the one guy's the weird guy, he takes a class for filming and they ask him the question, is Nicolas Cage a good actor? And he's like stumped by it because there's like so many movies where he's like amazing and also other movies where he's just like not very good at all. So they like almost breaks his brain trying to figure out like, is Nicolas Cage a good actor? Like, I don't know. Yeah.
Wow.
But
he's an entertaining actor. That's the best way I can say with him. I don't think I've ever watched a Nicolas Cage role where I haven't been entertained by him, even if the movie's been absolute garbage.
Abed, yes. Troy and Abed in the morning. Yes, that's what it is. But one other thing I did want to bring up, I think this is the last thing I had for tonight. So the X Arcade, do you guys do virtual pinball at all? I know you're into the physical pinball, but do you do virtual any on the Quest or PC or? Well, the X Arcade, everyone's kind of been going nuts over because you can use that as your physical touch in the VR, so it feels more like an authentic pinball. But it's $400, so $400 to $500, depending on when you get it on sale and whose code that you have. But there is someone out there who thought, hey, you know what? There's a different way to do this. We don't have to pay $400 to get a physical pinball in our virtual reality. It's a MetaQuest 3 pinball controller. So this guy took a 3D printer and he was like, hey, I want to make something that you can use with your MetaQuest controllers to play the virtual pinball. And it's only $10 to download the files to get it to work.
But you need a 3D printer.
Yeah, you have to have a 3D printer. That is true.
And a lot of time.
Or you can hire somebody to print it. I mean, that's probably what I would do if I was. Yeah. I wouldn't go out and buy a 3D printer just for this, but so that presses the back of it there, the back button, which is I think your flippers. I think that's how you would maybe have it backwards too. I'd have to actually sit down with it and see what button does what. But one of them does a flipper, one of them is probably the nudge.
Meatball Saucy says it's crap.
Yeah,
I would take his word for virtual pinball over anybody.
If it's not Scottish, it's crap.
Let me show the video of him using it too. Let me see. Let's go.
Stop spending your money on stupid shit.
I want to see Meatball Saucy play it. Get a video of that. Oh, it's
yes.
Guy. You need to have you had Meatball Saucy on your show yet?
No, not yet.
You need to invite that guy.
He's awesome. He's next on the list here. I got a couple. Especially with the baby coming and stuff. It's kind of like my wife does not want to be up this late anymore. She's like, I'm so tired. I'm like, all right, cool. Especially in and after the baby's born too. So a little bit of time, I'll get some more guests on here for sure. But yeah, he's using it. I mean, he's having a good time. But if Meatball Saucy says it's crap,
is it
then it
Santa
probably
style
is.
buttons?
Oh yeah, probably.
That's the next thing you're going to complain about. Oh, how does the buttons feel?
Yeah,
are the buttons cheap, like an arcade one up.
Oh,
honestly,
Meatball's going to find out about the X Arcade tomorrow.
I'm not sure the X Arcade is even as good as everyone is saying. I'll find out tomorrow. I have an X Arcade myself. Did you check Kung Fury or Turbo Kids movies yet? Check it out, Iron Sky. Okay, will do. I haven't checked them out yet, but I will. I will for sure. I have an X Arcade and I love it. I mean, there's literally there's no latency on it whenever you're using it. That's why I love it. Like I do way better on it than I do with my 4KP whenever I'm playing. Like if I go from playing the same table from here to my 4KP, that's like I have to readjust a lot because the latency issues when there's really none on the X Arcade. But as far as I could tell, but yeah, this is I guess an alternative if you want to try something different. But it's only $10, and if you have a friend or someone you know who will print stuff off of you for you, you know, and you don't want to spend $400, here you go.
This is a hot take, but I think the Addams Family Pinball Machine is extremely overrated.
Oh, I do too. I totally agree with that one.
Just my opinion.
I don't think it's that. I've never liked it. Like I was just like,
Jesus Christ, my God.
This never been one of my favorites. I feel like it's very like I don't know, as I never did very well on it either. So I just figured that must be me.
It's cool that the hand comes out and takes the ball in the box. Yeah. That's cool. But other than that, I mean, it's just kind of like, it's all. Yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan.
So how many people are going to be buying this in the chat? Put a 1 in the chat if you're going to be buying.
I've had a few 3D printers over the years, and the one thing I will say about them is if you're going to buy one, you want to get like a more expensive one because they do better quality testing on them. The cheaper end ones, $300 ones, really just don't.
You're gonna get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't.
Bamboo Labs has one out that's like $1,000, and I've heard they're a pretty good one. So I've thought about doing that, getting me another one. Because 3D printing's it's kind of a fun little hobby. And then I can make little toy figurines of everybody here in the stream, you know, put them out.
Yeah, it's I have a friend who's getting into it. He's printed off like lightsabers and I don't even know what else. He had like these little surfboards he did for whenever you're driving your car. You can ride the wind with the surfboards. But I don't think he's anything too serious with it yet. Oh, he did make a Mandalorian costume though too. He did do that because they had a costume contest, and he basically did the head and the shoulders and the chest using 3D printers. So they're pretty cool.
Did you guys watch the end of Andor yet?
Oh yeah,
I still haven't started it.
I haven't started it. I didn't start the first season.
Man.
You're like, I want to talk about it. No one else knows.
We need to get to that eventually, but yeah, it's.
Well, now that the second season's finished, I'm gonna binge watch them.
Yeah, I heard they get plans for the Death Star though. I heard that.
No, they don't get the plans to the Death Star till the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, it's before that. Then it's right around that time.
It sets up I think it makes. Now that I've watched the whole thing, it definitely gives a lot more meaning to a lot of other stuff in Rogue One that I didn't even think about. So I won't get into that yet, but I also think now too, Rogue One might be the second best Star Wars movie. Now that we have all this to go with Rogue One.
What the hell are you talking about, Hockey Town?
Are you talking about the Andor show? Is there episodes 7, 8, and 9?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Okay, I was gonna say.
He's not talking about the trilogy. But yeah, I think now that I've seen the whole thing, I think Rogue One goes right after Empire Strikes Back, and I wouldn't have said that before. So
it's the best movie Disney's made. I mean, for sure.
Yeah. So good on them. Yeah, but you guys need to watch it.
Yeah,
it goes Empire, Rogue One, and then Episode 3.
Is that your list then?
No, I don't know. So last week, Episode 3 was the popular Star Wars movie on our
Oh
show.
yeah. There was they had them in the movie theaters for like a week or something.
And apparently now there's a bunch of newfound love for Episode 3.
It was the 20th anniversary.
Yeah,
because it came out in 2005. But
I remember
I don't know.
Going and watching that movie like a couple dozen times. I watched that movie so much.
Episode 3?
Yeah, I
wow,
did.
So you thought it was legit too?
I was. Well, when did it come out?
2005.
2005. I guess I was like 17 then, so I was younger. But yeah, I loved it back then. I don't mind it now. Star Wars kind of died for me because of what Disney did. Like I used to be a huge fan, like Uber, and it's just like it kind of just killed it. Like I don't know what it is. Like my love for it kind of just dissipated. I guess I still like some of it.
I like it now that Disney, and I'm not a Disney person, but I actually like that Disney has it, and I think that the Star Wars land and Disneyland is cool. Like it actually brought me back like a little bit of like, oh hey, Star Wars is cool again. Like the rides and stuff are cool.
Yeah, I haven't been to the theme park. I've just watched the movies. I think they did good with Mandalorian season 1 and 2, and then the movie we're talking about, I forget right now.
Rogue One.
Rogue One. I kept wanting to say Rebels. I was like, that's not right. Rogue One. I liked Rogue One. I didn't mind episode 7, but 8 kind of killed it for me. And then 9 was just them trying to clean up 8, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, but that's not. I'll have to push back on you a little bit on that, because what did you think of the George Lucas movies then? Like you couldn't have loved all 6 of those. Well, I mean, maybe you could have, but
the only
most
ones
people didn't.
Growing up, the only ones I didn't really care for. I didn't really like episode 1 or episode 4 growing up. Like I didn't really care for them. Now I kind of like them, but like back then I was like, nah. Like they're just kind of boring to me. And then I didn't mind 2 and 3. I didn't mind 5 and 6, but 1 and 4 I just didn't care. Because it was like I already kind of knew the outlay. Like let's get to the point. Like I love the Darth Maul scene in 1, but that was about it. And 1, But I did not like 7 and 8 definitely did not like 7 and 8. But
yeah, interesting.
All right, guys. Well, we've been going for 2 hours and 10 minutes almost. Do you have anything else you wanted to bring? Oh, I have one other thing to bring up actually, because of 8-Bit Gaming Legends. It's me. Hey, did you watch our show last week, 8-Bit Gaming Legend?
Did I watch what show?
My show.
Did I?
If you did, it's fine. It's fine.
It's been a couple weeks. This whole week's been a blur. Last week's been
Jesus
a blur.
Christ, my God.
Thank you for that.
We watched this for the first time ever. Me and Chaotic.
Man.
Yes, that's what the whole show was about last week. Like pretty much the whole show.
And
we were like, why have we never seen this movie? This movie is amazing. Like, yeah. Saiyan Spirit sent it to me because he had found out that I had never seen it, and he's like, "You have to watch this movie." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I'll watch it." Because no, you're watching it like now. I'm sending you it. You're gonna get it tomorrow. And you're gonna put it in. You're gonna play it. So then we were talking about it, and Chaotic, he was like, "Well, I've never seen it either." So I was like, "You should watch it. I can watch it, and then we can like talk about it on the show." And it was
it was the peer pressure, a-hole.
A little bit.
Exactly.
Which one was that though? That was Transformers.
That was
one?
the 86 Transformers.
Yeah, the 86 Transformers.
Oh yeah, that's the 86 one, not the one made in 1986.
Yes,
it was 7 out of 10.
Oh, that's the original movie then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Solid
haven't seen it
7.
either.
Yeah.
And because of the backlash on that one, they changed the ending to the G.I. Joe movie.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that when I was a kid, but yeah, I haven't seen either of those movies.
Yeah, next year's the 40th anniversary, so it's probably going to be coming out in theaters again.
Back to theaters.
Yep, because they did it for the 35th, I think it was. Yeah, 35th.
Okay.
So it'll come out in theaters next year.
Cool. Maybe I'll have to actually watch it.
It is the first scene even was like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy, and then this doesn't stop the action. It's just like the whole movie is just like a blur of like nonstop, like just action and like turns, and I don't know. It was just, and the music. You gotta watch our show from last week because we just went on and on about it. So, but I was like, oh,
Gallagher guy, did you see Transformers 1 in the theater?
Transformers 1, like the Shia
The
LaBeouf
latest one. The latest.
Oh,
the
no,
latest
no. I haven't seen that one either. Is that the one that they haven't been able to transform yet? Like they don't have their powers? Okay, no, I haven't seen that one yet.
Dathan's fuming.
No, that's okay. I'm just glad. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the stream from last week because now I want to know what your guys' take on it. So,
yeah, I said the movie was a 9 out of 10. The music was like 12 out of 10. Like I love the music.
Casey Kasem was in the Transformer movie.
Yep.
As well as Eric Idle. And Leonard Nimoy. This is star-studded cast. Orson Welles.
I was surprised at how like it didn't seem like it was much for kids because of like all of the stuff that happens. I was like, geez, like people dying left and right in this movie.
No, it wasn't really for kids.
Yeah,
at all, really.
I remember that when I was a kid. I remember that being the feedback was like, hey, be careful if you take your kid to this. It's a little bit more, more cutthroat than you might expect from a Saturday cartoon, I remember that feedback.
Well,
I never got around to seeing it.
If you go back and watch a lot of kids shows from the 80s, there was a lot of them now that people are like, these weren't kids. There's murder and death. Look at those. Everybody's dying every week.
Yeah. Well, and then someone did tell me after I'd seen it, and they're like, "Oh, you know why some things happen in the movies because they were trying to rebrand a lot of the toys. So that's the reason why some things. I won't say what it is because Travis hasn't seen it, but that's kind of why it happened because it was like they wanted to get more toys out there. So I was like, "What?" Yeah, crazy, and I had no idea either about anything. So I was like, "Huh."
They tried rebooting the Thundercats in like 2011. I think it's about time that they reboot that classic.
Yeah.
What about GoBots? Do you think they should do
GoBots? Let's do
Ryan would be all over that.
What about Captain Planet?
You talk about a movie being a 10 out of 10.
Captain Planet.
You know why don't they reboot Captain Planet? Now's the perfect
What was
time.
that?
They are making a Captain Planet movie. It's called Avatar. Because they are doing a fire, like a land, a water thing. And
well, that's Avatar: The Last Airbender, where they're taking all those ideas.
So it's going to turn into a Captain Planet thing eventually.
Captain Planet would be too woke. Hollywood's too woke now to do Captain Planet.
What was the gun that Eric had growing up, where you would wait Saturday and then the cartoon would come on, and if you didn't have a seizure from the lights, then you could shoot at the thing you could shoot at the show itself and rack up a score. Do you guys remember it? Oh man!
I remember
if Eric
Duck
was
Hunt
here,
almost
he'd remember it.
giving me a
No, it was like that. It was this dumb TV show that you watched, and then it would like flash this like orange brown like strobe as the ships would fly into view, and then if you owned the toy, you could shoot at the TV screen, and then it would rack up, a score for you.
That's cool.
So
Yeah,
if the kids weren't laying on the floor seizuring,
that's what I'm saying. If you didn't have an epileptic seizure, that's actually the good thing about the show was you could kind of self-diagnose if your kid had a problem. You'd be like, "Hey, Jimmy, here's this gun. I notice that sometimes you start drooling uncontrollably, so I just don't want to spend the money on the doctor's visit. So play this game and let's see what happens." Because, the copay was more expensive than the gun, probably.
This sounds like a Polybius experiment is what this sounds like.
Yeah, doesn't it?
They're going to conduct and get some information from you from playing this.
Yeah, darn it, if Eric was here, he was the only kid I knew, him and Dave, that had that. That had the gun. It was an interactive show.
The only interactive show I remember was TGIF. They had like the 3D glasses and also like smell-o-vision for some of it. Like I remember doing that as a kid. You could pick them up.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You used to like scratch. Oh, smell this now on the card. Oh,
was it Captain Power?
Captain Power and the Soldiers of Future is what AI is telling me.
Asa Jackson's AI. He's like,
yeah, that's it. Captain Power. Let's see if it shows it.
Is it Captain Power? It's Captain Power.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's it. Because I remember the actual like Captain Power thing, like flying onto the. I remember the logo, the title card.
I'm gonna have to YouTube this and see if there's like actual footage of somebody playing this. And
it was sold by Mattel to interact with the show. Huh.
Interesting.
Well, then like the whole purpose of the toy though,
remember it.
The whole point of the toy, like without the show, the toys, is it useless then? Like
this looks terrible.
Yeah. Totally useless.
What is it called again? Captain Power?
Somebody try to share it.
Mattel did a line of it.
Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. Yeah.
Mattel made toys for it.
Yeah, see now here's the thing. If you go to this here, I'll throw the URL in our in stream chat because you can see what I'm talking about with the orange like flashing like seizure test. Do you see it, Dathan?
Yeah, this looks like something that you'd see on the wall at Next Level Pinball Machine, or the Next Level Pinball Arcade, like on the wall with all the toys. I'm
totally
pretty sure they have it.
I wonder if they did.
It was a thing. I remember but it was a thing that you saw advertised, but the only people I knew with it was Eric and his brother.
Wow, I don't know. I've never seen this before. And they've got like this a power set target thing, and
it's your new thing.
Wow, that's
you gotta collect it.
That's for no, we're not doing that.
It came with VHS.
Where's Dathan on stream? He's laying on the ground having a seizure.
Okay, here it is.
Yeah, that's it. See, and those little orange, like the afterburners on the jet, those things would flash like just violently, strobe at you. And then that's how the gun could tell whether you were aiming at anything, right?
Honestly, it's not like, besides like the strobe lights causing a seizure, it's not a bad idea. Like,
no, it's not.
Like, that's a pretty cool. If I was a kid, like, I would think that is awesome. Like, what? I watch TV.
It was popular. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. I said that they were like Saturday morning cartoons. I may be wrong on that. They might have done like one episode to try to get kids to buy it, and then the rest were like VHSs that you bought. But if I remember correctly, they were Saturday morning series. And then you could then buy the VHS tapes at like Toys R Us to play the game whenever you wanted to.
Man, if I was a kid,
it looks like it was they had 22 episodes on TV.
Yeah.
But it got canceled because the themes were too dark and it was too violent.
Hey, look at it. Reboot it.
And now's the perfect time to do it.
Sounds like a perfect fit for 2025.
I mean, with everything going on now, it wouldn't be a bad idea to. Netflix could easily do something like this. They've got all these interactive shows.
So does Netflix have more than just... I did one of them where it was like a choose your own adventure book. It was Black Mirror, right?
Yeah.
Do they have more like that? Because that actually was kind of fun to do.
They have a Puss in Boots one, and I'm trying to think what other ones they have. They have a few of them that I've seen. The Puss, I did the Bandersnatch, which was the Black Mirror episode.
That's the one that I did. Yeah.
Which was actually pretty entertaining.
Yeah, it was.
But I haven't checked out any of the other ones I've done.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm watching the guy play it. There's like a YouTube video of a guy actually playing it on a CRT TV. And like the whole episode on this VHS tape is basically gonna give someone a seizure. Like the entire episode.
I know.
I just
like I just remember as a kid even being like, "Whoa, this is a lot on the eyes here."
Yeah, that's all it is, just flashing.
Yeah, it's insane.
It says here,
I wasn't kidding when I said it was a seizure test.
It says, while it was mostly aimed at kids, it featured a fairly mature storyline and didn't shy away from the realities of war and wasn't even afraid to kill off the main character.
Yeah, there you go. Well, spoiler alert. So now you guys are going to cry a little bit when you play Captain Power. It's a little bit of a tearjerker.
Captain Power. He's our hero.
Well, this means I can't get attached to Captain Power because he probably gets killed off. And
well, I'm not going to ruin it for you because I actually don't remember because I was convulsing uncontrollably.
I mean, it'll be a hunt next time we go to next level to see if they have it somewhere. I guarantee you they have it out there somewhere.
Portland Retro Gaming Expo. We'll have to look for this one.
Yeah. That would be the fun, right? Go around and ask people. I wonder how many people even know what it is. Maybe it's like Eric and I who have like this little teeny bit of knowledge of
what we should do is take a bet, like the over under. Like, do you take the over of like 7 people? Or
know what it is.
It even says here that the VHS cassettes containing missions to take your ship on, each a different level of difficulty. There's even different levels of difficulty.
No, there were. Yeah, for sure. There were.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's like I said though, it was just a strobe fest that was just, I'm actually surprised that's why it didn't get taken off the air.
Wait, Japan had Laserdisc versions?
The whole thing screamed like it came from Japan, but yeah, there you go. That's the collector's item. Find the Laserdisc version of all the Captain Power episodes and a working gun.
And a working Laserdisc machine.
Yeah, and a working Laserdisc machine.
Here to learn, guys, because I had no idea about that at all.
Sorry, now you got it. Now you got the next thing you need for your home arcade.
This is what happens when you invite a bunch of old people onto your show.
Yeah.
You guys aren't old. Come on now.
I'm gonna start telling you about how they used to put bubble gum in baseball cards.
What? They did?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Then I'll tell you about how they used to have wax packs that shady people would open and iron back shut after they took out the good cards and put in commons.
I remember back in the day when you had to take the phone and pull it so it was tight so you could talk to the person on the other line.
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys. Now we've been almost 2.5 hours.
All right, sorry. Well,
I think the Garage Gamer's like, looking like he's a little tired over there. He's like, oh, okay.
Eric's going to get a rise out of it when he listens back and gets excited about Captain Power.
Yeah. But I did forget one thing whenever I was doing all this stuff, and that was to create an outro. So this is going to end very abruptly. Sorry, guys. I was trying to do it during the show, and it, like, popped everyone up. Like, you guys could see what I was doing. And I was like, well, not going to do this during the show.
Real quick before you do that, be sure everyone like this video. Consider subscribing to Galaga Guy because we need to get him up to 1,000 at least. He's a great show, and this is a great format that you do before our show. So everyone needs to push it out to your friends, like this video, and we really appreciate everything you're doing. You're a very positive person. Yep. And all the stuff you're doing in the home arcade community, you're one of the good people. So I just want to say that to you, and just keep doing what you're doing. And excited to hear you're getting a new baby and all that. So good times.
congratulations.
So keep it going.
Yeah.
Hope the diaper party goes well.
Yes.
It was a pleasure being on your show, and I do want to remind everybody that if you do want the best quality viewers, those can be found at streamboot.com. Remove the space.
Also, too, in the description down below, we have links to everyone who has links. So Asa Jax, his YouTube channel, The Garage Gamer, his channel, 8-Bit Gaming, a legend, his Instagram that he has. So make sure you go on there, follow everybody. Travis, I don't think you have anything, which is fine. I mean, it's cool to just chill in here.
Streamboot comes from somewhere.
We can always bring your physical address up and let people know where you live.
Please don't.
I don't even have that.
I think we all are creating just a good community here, and more people get to subscribe to us and be able to see our stuff. You know, they're entertained, and we love doing it. So please, if you can, subscribe to everybody here. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I had. Anybody else? Anything?
And thanks for having us on.
That's all. Thanks for having us.
And thanks for coming.
Everyone have a good week, and I'll be. Hopefully, Ryan's gonna do a video of us picking up the machine. On
So what the real quick, the plan is that we're gonna go get pizza when they get to town. Chris, are you coming too?
Chris, you going?
For Walleries? Yeah, I'll be there for Walleries.
Of course, Walleries. Why not?
And we'll go get pizza and then come back, and I'm gonna sell off another arcade 1-up. Let's go. Let's start getting rid of these babies.
How many more do you have?
Well, after that one, I'll have Star Wars. I'll have Star Wars Pinball 2. I'll have Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I'll have Simpsons. I'll have NFL Blitz. I'll have
you got a lot.
Marvel Superheroes and Big Blue Street Fighter. I probably need to get rid of Big Blue Street Fighter before I get the iconic arcade.
Yeah, it's kind of a double whammy kind of thing.
So yeah, that'll be next 8-Bit Gaming Legend.
We'll see if you give me a good deal, smoking deal on it. We'll see.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna head out here, and do not forget, you got the touch. You got the